University DE Physics Experimental Teaching Center.
Kong Zong, what is the meaning of this?
Professor already said that those who are absent from the weekly meeting without a reason will automatically be considered as leaving the group. Even if Professor Kong isn't here, there is still Teacher Tsueha who can take charge. Ning Yiwei and Zhou Zirwei were absent. Therefore they are leaving the group.
Clearly it was just a weekly meeting. Teacher CUI let you.
Leaving form.
Fat Tai, if you're going to talk so inconsistently, just don't talk at all. Fill in the form. Because of personal reasons, I can't attend the weekly meeting.
You, how could you talk to us like that?
Kong Zong, don't cross the line, you're the one who didn't notify us. So what if we leave? Zirwei, let's go.
Kong Zong really is baby. I've never met someone as unreasonable as him.
If Professor Kong were here, he wouldn't dare to do this to us. No, we can't just let it slide like this. I'm going to email Professor Kong and tell him the truth.
Leave it, what Kong Zong says doesn't count, we're still in the group. Kong Zong is Professor Kong's son. What if Professor Kong takes his side?
Right, it's better to wait till Professor Kong comes back.
Yeah, don't be angry. It's so hot, let's go eat ice cream.
Can we get 2 milk ice cream? Zirwei, I can't finish it. You can have it.
Sure. Yiwei, this store's milk ice cream is so good.
Ever since Kong Zong entered the group, nothing has gone right for me, so what if he's the professor's son? Everyone knows that he abuses this privilege and bullies everyone. He's just a petty and unreasonable dummy. I bet he can't even graduate from preschool.
Wow, an expensive car.
This car seems familiar.
It's Kong Zong. His test scores are trash, yet he's still trying to escape class.
It's Liang Chong. Why didn't he tell me that he was coming to the school?
Give me your bag.
Thanks, bro.
Who is that guy? How could he carry Kong Zong's bag? Does Kong Zong don't have hands?
Liang Chong is helping Kong Zong carry the school bag.
I don't know if Yiwei is at school.
I don't want to be seen by him. Why would he help Kong Zong carry the bag?
Is that person a driver? He even opened the car doors for Kong Zong.
It's only natural that Kong Zong is close to Professor Kong, but now he's getting on Liang Chong's car. Is he close to Liang Chong? Not only does Liang Chong help him carry his bag, but he also opens the car door for him. I've known Liang Chong for so long, yet he hasn't ever carried my bag or opened the car doors for me. Not even once.
Kong Zong, that lucky brat. Yiwei, it's best that we don't anger him.
Can I call and ask Liang Chong? But he never opened a car door for me, so what right do I have to know his plan of movement?
Yiwei? Yiwei, what's wrong?
Zirwei, have you ever been to a bar before? It'll be my treat, so let's go, okay? The sweetness of milk ice cream can't cure the bitter pain. I finally know why people go out to get drunk.
Liang Chong was a junior at that time.
Liang Chong, there's no class this afternoon. Why don't we go to the bar? There's someone waiting at the bar for you every day.
I'm not going. I need to take care of the child's meal.
Liang Chong, what's a bar for? Who's waiting for you?
Do you want to know? Brother can bring you there.
Get lost. Don't teach the child. Concentrate on checking the material.
After seeing Liang Chong coming to meet Kong Zong, I don't know how I suddenly remembered this. You won't even let me go to the bar, now I must go.
Yiwei, how long are we staying here?
Finish the food first, don't let it go to waste. But this drink tastes so awful, it tastes like it's expired.
True. Yiwei, what are you doing? Why did you suddenly decide to come to the bar?
I don't know, I just wanted to come and see.
Yiwei, you're not doing this because you're angry about what happened between you and Kong Zong, right? How can?
Of course, it's because I'm angry about what happened, but why did Liang Chong have to come to school to pick up Kong Zong? Why did he secretly come to school and didn't tell me at all? But, I don't want to call Liang Chong to clear these things up. He hasn't ever opened the door for me, so he doesn't have to report his whereabouts to me.
Yiwei, look at this article RMP quickly.
Wow, lattice QCD, let me see.
This is truly incredible.
It's 10:30 in the evening, why don't we both get high tonight? Zirway, hurry and sober up. Did you bring some money? I forgot to bring the card that my mom and dad gave me.
Only 300.
Did you bring any card?
Nope.
Still short 50.
What are we gonna do?
Mister, our store accepts other forms of payment as well. WeChat and Zhifubao are all acceptable.
Alternate forms of payment are not safe, so we don't use it. We'll just use cash and card.
Card? I have a card. Liang Chong gave me a card before.
Take it, use it whatever you want.
It's actually still here. Use this card for the remaining 50 yuan.
Sure, mister.
Hello, honorable customer. You have spent 50 yuan at Huangtian Entertainment Management Company.
Did something strange happen that you finally had to use the card? What can you buy with $50? Layla, this place, what type of place is the Huangtian Entertainment Management Company?
If I remember it correctly, it should be the FX Club at Nan and Barrowed.
FXV Club? Where are you? He hung up on me. Little servant.
I'll return the 50 yuan tomorrow.
He's fully aware that this isn't what I meant. Layla, let's go to Nan On Bay Road first. I'm going to pick up a friend, it won't take long.
Okay.
Drive faster.
Half an hour ago.
Yule, I want to drink water.
Okay, let's go over there to buy some.
Oh ho, isn't this one of Liang Chang's little followers?
Why is he here?
Don't run. Seems like you still don't remember me. You're Jiezua.
Sir, I think there's a misunderstanding.
You have the wrong person.
The wrong person? I would recognize you even if you became a monster.
Iwei, don't sleep. Hello, Liang Chong, Iwei is hurt.
D City's number 2 hospital.
Are there problems with his blood clotting abilities?
What? I've never heard of it.
It's not that good, inherited it from my family blood clotting dysfunction, but it's not serious, so the bleeding will stop if you press on it for a little longer. In order to prevent me from fainting later on, I'll tell you guys that my type is O, the same blood type as Einstein.
I also have O-type blood, the same as Gauss and von Neumann.
Got it. Stop talking.
Doctor, can I not stay at the hospital?
No, you have blood clotting dysfunction, so you have to stay so we can watch over you.
Zirui, you told him.
Who?
You can't scold me, my injury is very serious, so I can't be to stay overnight stimulated. I have to stay overnight at the hospital.
It's actually not that serious, it'll be fine after resting.
Let me see.
Oh. The Liang Chong today is so scary, he's acting so serious. Doctor, I have a headache and my vision is blurry, I feel like retching and my mind is blurry.
Enough, stop talking. Hello, Zirui, I am Liang Chong, thank you for accompanying him to the hospital, my assistant is downstairs, can she send you home?
Sure.
Hello, may I ask why Ningyue must stay at the hospital?
He needs a blood transfusion, and we have to watch over him at the hospital.
Can you please write out a transfer note? He doesn't sleep well in normal hospital rooms, I'm going to contact private hospital. Hello, hospital manager Chen, I am Liang Chong, I have a patient here who needs to be transferred.
Liang Chong, how could I have the courage to hang up on Liang Chong? He's grabbing me so hard, seems like he really is angry, what should I do?
Then I'll have to trouble you, hospital manager Chen, I'm bringing the patient over right now. Carry or hug?
Ha!
Do you want to be carried or hugged?
Carry.
Get on.
Alright. Where is this place? Liang Chong. Wait. Liang Chong, don't go.
You need me?
Phew, thank God. It's just a dream. Liang Chong is so elegant and refined, so seeing him lying on a sofa is really weird. Then why would Liang Chong be willing to watch Kong Zong overnight? Definitely not. Let's just continue sleeping. Ugh.
What happened?
I just flipped over.
It's fine. Make sure not to make any big movements such as turning over.
Alright. Liang Chong is angry again. There's something off about him today. Liang Chong, you're rubbing a little too hard. I actually lost 200 milliliters of blood before. I'm not bleeding a lot now, so my body won't be damaged greatly.
Sleep.
Wait. I can't sleep. I had a nightmare.
What did you dream of?
I had a dream that you came to our school yesterday and picked up a very frustrating person. You also carried his bag and opened the car door for him. You were very gentlemanly.
You saw me?
No, I dreamt about it.
Kong Zong is my cousin. Yesterday was my grandma's birthday, so I went to pick him up. Why didn't you call me when you saw me?
I hate him.
Ha.
He laughed. How weird. However, compared to the perfect Liang Chong that everyone sees him as, this one's much happier. Even if his mood is unpredictable, it's good that he's honest and simple. I first met Liang Chong when I was 10 years old.
Hello, my name is Liang Chong.
The Lien's Chong at that time was friendly and kind. Even though he had a good background, he didn't act cocky. Hello, my name is Ningyue. But I don't know since when, suddenly, Liang Chong became unkind. It's not like he can't be saved. It's just that his kindness isn't as perfect. From 10 years old to 19 years old, Liang Chong and I took part in a lot of each other's lives. I watched him speak, watched him fight, and watched him grow. Liang Chong clearly doesn't look like the kind to live a relaxed life, nor can his hard work be shared with others. Each decision that I make is related to him in some way. I hate Kong Zong. Next time have him call a cab by himself.
Okay. Then why did you go to a bar?
That's a hard question to answer. Oh, right, what happened to the guy who hit me?
He's now being kept at a police station, so you don't need worry about him. Now answer me, why did you go to a bar?
I'm so sleepy.
Then sleep.
Liang Chong, can I inform my parents that I won't be home over the weekend? I want to stay with you until my wound heals, then I'll go back.
Sure.
Are you and Kong Zong close?
No.
Okay. His personality is nothing out of the ordinary. He kept Zirwei and me in trouble, and didn't interact with him. Additionally, he's very stupid.
Really? I heard that he's really smart.
He's really stupid. Zirwei graded his test paper once. Kong Zong handed in a blank test that was on different equations.
Alright, I got it. Don't move around rashly. Sleep well.
You can sleep beside me. Look, that sofa is pretty small. What if you fall down and wake me up? This bed is big enough for us. It's also much more comfortable than a sofa. Liang Chong.
No, thanks.
Zyril, I'm out of the hospital. So happy.
Layla, take us home.
Yes, Mr. President.
Liang Chong, how can I be able to go to my class this afternoon?
You still want to go to class?
I'm already discharged from the hospital. So how can I skip class?
The doctor advised you to rest your brain and stay at home to recover peacefully. Did you not take the doctor's words seriously?
I can walk peacefully to school, peacefully go upstairs to attend my class, and peacefully walk home. Besides, I don't have to think too hard for a lesson on plasma. I'm not Kong Zong. He's the one who needs to think a lot while learning this.
Layla, you drove right past it. Turn left at the intersection ahead.
I'm sorry, President Liang.
You already know the material, so why do you still want to go to class?
Professor Zhu will be in charge of that class. He is the domestic plasma leader. He'll be very disappointed if I don't show up.
Isn't Joe Zero in your class? You can have him inform the professor about the incident at the bar. I'm sure the professor will understand.
You!
Why aren't you speaking?
I want to go to class.
Zyril, Liang Cheng won't let me attend the class. Why? Aren't you already discharged from the hospital? He told me to rest. I'm not angry. You can come to class and leave class peacefully. That's what I told him. Zirwei, no wonder you're my best friend. We think alike. It seems like the spiritual world likes me. Mom.
Why is Mom calling me at this time? If I go home and have her see this wound, I'll be done for.
What is it?
My mom's calling me. You need to help me.
Auntie, this is Liang Chong. Ningyiwei was up all night writing a thesis, and he's still sleeping. Yes, his thesis is very important, and it is due this weekend. Rest assured, he will return home once he has finished writing. Okay, goodbye.
Liang Chong, why are you such a good liar? I want to go to class. 2 sessions isn't that much, right?
Find a place to sit after you finish having dinner. I'll come to pick you up as soon as possible. Be good.
Thank you.
What are you looking at?
Liang Chong, do you know what factors determine the growth of a mature man's beard? You don't know, right? Do you want to know?
All I know is that if you keep saying things I don't like, the Master of Plasma will be very disappointed this afternoon.
Huh, how petty.
University D's Physics Laboratory teaching.
President Liang, we're here.
Let me see your wound.
It didn't tear, right?
It didn't. Go ahead, send me a message when your class ends.
Okay, bye.
Ningyiwei, what happened to your head?
I went to a nightclub with Zirwei yesterday, and I was recognized by an enemy. They hit me with a wine bottle.
You were definitely chased by that crazy dog in the forest and tripped. Someone else in the dorm next to mine was also chased.
Stop fooling around, talking about a nightclub and being hit by an enemy. How unbelievable. You're exaggerating a bit too much, Ningyiwei.
Yeah, it's as silly as a preschool student claiming to be the heir of a 17-year-old castle of 8 countries.
Who can fall and hit the back of their head? Zirwei can act as my proof.
He's telling the truth. A bald man with a whole sleeve of tattoos.
Now we don't believe it anymore.
Hello, Professor Zhu.
Little Ning, what happened to your head?
I was chased by a crazy dog yesterday and I tripped.
I've heard about that too. Remember to be more careful next time.
Okay.
Cafeteria.
Iwei, I'm going to get some food. You go find a seat and wait for me.
Sure.
Our class ended, and I'm waiting with Cyril in the cafeteria. Okay, my meeting ended early. I'm coming to pick you up.
It seems like Liang Chong was waiting for my message, that's why he replied so fast.
Ningyiwei. I heard that your ear got bitten by a dog?
I heard that you chased after someone in the forest.
What do you mean, Ningyiwei? I dare you to say it again.
What happened? Did you see that?
Those two are fighting. Then one of them poured green bean soup on that student's face.
I don't know. What are they doing?
Iwei, Kongzong, what are you doing?
What's happening here?
Auntie.
Little Zong?
Auntie, I slid and nearly spilled the soup on the student.
He obviously did it on purpose.
Don't accuse me. I simply slipped.
Kongzong, how immature are you? Why are you acting so irrationally in a cafeteria?
I noticed you poured the green bean soup on this student.
That's right. If you slid while standing still, you should get a new pair of shoes.
All right, let's all be more forgiving. You're all already university students. It's not worth it to make a big deal in front of a large crowd over something as irrelevant as this, right?
Did you see what's the cause of this incident, teacher? Why are you saying that I'm unforgiving?
Which department are you in, young man? Ahem, let me see if I can come up with any solutions.
Whatever, I'll take the blame, I'm sorry. Auntie, let me carry your bag and I'll send you back. My dad was on the call yesterday and mentioned uncle.
Iway, your bandage.
What? Thank God I was prepared, or else Liang Chong will scold me.
I feel like he treats you very well.
Zirwei, it's so unfair. He thinks he's a superior to us simply because he's Professor Kong's son, acting so high and mighty every day in discussion groups and constantly bullying us.
Don't worry, you're way better than him. Even your white blood cells can't be compared to him. He's just jealous of you. It's finished.
He's also envious of you because he's so much worse than us. He'll fall further and further behind us.
You're right, Iwei. We'll become a lot better than him.
Hello, Liang Chong. I'm at the cafeteria's entrance. Where are you?
I'm at the bench behind Maxwell's bronze statue. Wait there. I'll go and find you. Don't move. I'll come over.
Zirwei, don't. Tell him that the bandaging was redone, okay?
Why are you guys hiding here?
Discussing our class work.
Zirwei, did Ningiwei eat his dinner well?
Yes.
Zero, I'll leave first. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Liang Chong.
I'm doing this to figure out your walking pace. I can't walk too fast.
I don't care about anyone else, but my mother, father, Liang Chong, and Zirwei must be on my side.
You're texting Zhou Zirwei again.
Who do you think this cousin takes after? His personality is far from Professor Kong's.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with their family.
You were born in a wealthy environment, so you may not know what good fortune is. But did you know that you can learn a lot from Professor Kong? Not only can you learn academically from him, but you can also learn integrity. If you constantly communicate with him, you'll definitely be more kind than you are now. Professor Kong is very busy searching for traces of the truth, busy working for all of mankind. As a family friend, you should respect him more and understand him more.
Ningiwei, there's something off about you today.
What are you talking about? I don't understand.
Tilt your face to the side. Let me see your bandages.
Iwei, I'm done.
What happened to it? Tell me honestly.
I had a fight with Kong Zong in the cafeteria. I made some sharp movements so the wound reopened.
Does it look like I haven't seen you in a fight before? All you do in a fight is sit on the side and say some provoking words.
I did do that, so he attacked me and I dodged. He couldn't verbally beat me, so he wanted to pour the green bean soup he had in his hand on me. But I avoided it. I got scolded again and made Liang Chong angry.
Let's go to the hospital first.
Zirwei already bandaged it well for me. Plus, there's no bleeding.
Have it checked again. It won't take too long. Then I'll have the doctor come to us.
Also, I'm not full even after I've had dinner. I was too angry because of that guy.
Ningiwei, has anyone said that you're pretty similar to Kong Shenfeng?
Really?
Both of you are difficult to deal with.
Liang Chong, help me check this from a normal person's standards. Will Professor Kong get mad if I write it like this? What's wrong? Is it not good? Did I insult Kong Zong's personality too much? How should I fix it?
You don't need to send it. I'll talk to him on the weekend.
Can I come, too?
No. Ningiwei, you can do pretty well on your own against me. But why are you such a pushover when you're with others?
I'm not a pushover.
Forget it. Let's eat first. The doctor is almost here.
Okay.
Eat. Go shower if you're tired.
Okay.
The doctor said not to let your wound touch water. Remember to put waterproof bandages on.
I know.
Layla.
Hello.
Mr. Liang, Professor Kong is asking what you'll be donating this time. If you don't donate, then he's busy.
Didn't I just donate a laboratory?
This.
Then I'll ask him myself. Kong Shenfeng. I haven't seen him in a year and he's becoming greedier and greedier. I only agreed to donate the underground lab that time because I wanted to get Ning Wei into his group.
1 year ago.
I was going to hire donation agreement Ningyi Wei anyways.
Kong Shenfeng professor at university.
Xiao Liang, have you heard of the updated superconducting single photon detector system?
Don't you already have a big budget?
Producing is a cash cow and saving is a treasure bowl.
It's still about Ning Yi Wei this time.
What about Ningyi Wei? Just say it.
Outside of the bathroom.
Liang Chong. Oh, you're working.
What do you need?
I can't dry my hair by myself. Can you help me? You're a bit close. It's a little too hot. My hair won't dry if you're so far away.
Shut up, sit straight.
Ning Yi Wei's 3 minutes of this special privilege has ended. Liang Chong remembered clearly. That was his first time finding out about his feelings for Ning Yuel. That winter, Father Liang had just recovered and went out with Mother Liang to recuperate. Then, Liang Chong took over the Liang group. Liang Chong had been extremely busy for the past half year. Every day, he either slept on a plane, in his company, or in a foreign hotel. He rarely got to go home a few times a month.
President Liang.
Little servant.
What do you need?
Liang Chong, are you coming home today? I forgot my access card again. It's freezing outside and the heater at home is also broken. My parents aren't at home either, if you're coming home.
I'll come back.
Then I'll be waiting at the cafe across from your neighborhood for you.
Layla, instead of driving to the company, drive me to my place.
Cafe.
Liang Chong.
No matter what, the feeling of fatigue had been chased away by Ning Yu, who was firmly sitting there.
You got here so quickly, don't you have to go to the company today?
No, let's go home.
Liang Chong. Happy birthday.
His parents mentioned nothing, his subordinates kept quiet in fear of being disrespectful, and even himself don't remember. The only person who said happy birthday to him was Ning Yi Wei.
Did you forget your birthday? How can you manage a company with such a poor memory?
Ning Yi Wei, you have a good memory and yet you lost all the 5 access cards?
Why are you so gullible? Zirwei and I took apart an old phone and installed a GPS in it. That way, I won't ever lose my card game. I just wanted an excuse to get you home. Do you want to see the present? This is the model of a light sprout. I made this myself. The thing in the middle is a diamond. Did you know? Diamonds are one of the biggest lies of this century. But Zirwei said, gifts can't be too cheap. That's why, I bought one and placed it inside. Liang Chong, I hope you'll have more free time even though it doesn't seem likely.
Thank you.
No problem, but I didn't buy you a cake. If you want to fat some, you can buy a cake tour at the cafe across from your neighborhood. Since it's too cold outside, I won't go. But if you go there, can you buy me a cup of hot chocolate?
You want hot chocolate?
No, I said if you're going there you can help me buy a cup.
Because Ning Yi Wei doesn't know much, that's all the more reason for him to choose freely.
Done.
I'm not tired anymore after taking a shower. What's wrong with me? Professor Kong just sent me another email. I don't know which new article he's going to give me. Do you think it'll be that article that Zirui and I analyzed a few days ago?
It's probably just a group email.
You don't know anything about our student-teacher relationship. You're just acting indifferently because you don't really know what's going on between us. And if you saw what Professor Kong and I email each other about, you would definitely admire me.
Okay, I don't know anything, So I'll learn. Additional information regarding teacher Kong Shengfeng's research groups and management rules was sent to around 80 people. Is that not considered a group email?
There was a lack of discipline at last week's meeting place and the outcome of the meeting was very disappointing, so the meeting was cancelled. The meeting is rescheduled to be on Saturday, 6 p.m. Please respond if you have received this notice. Additionally, during the meeting's report period, Kong Zong will be doing a literature commentary on a topic of his choice. Sincerely, Kong Shenfeng. No matter how I see it, I feel like these additional rules are targeting the conflict between Kong Zong me, but how did Professor Kong know? Don't you think this email Professor Kong sent is too coincidental? You don't go find him, right?
What do you think?
You must have told him while I was in the shower. What did you say to him to get such an effective change made?
How are you going to thank me?
Liang Chong, you're so amazing.
Kong Shenfeng, you really are something. Making things harder on your own son. Kong Zong is going with your research group for some fun, so why are you making him do a literature commentary?
Honey, every newcomer needs to do a literature commentary to join the group. This is a rule.
But little Zong is just a freshman. Can't he do that later on?
This has nothing to do with what grade he's in. A student named Ningyi Wei in the group was able to smoothly memorize all the articles he liked in the physics commentary a few years ago when he had just entered this school. Literature commentaries aren't as hard as that.
Shut up. Don't you know what little Zong is capable of? He's just a normal freshman. He's different from you guys.
Calm down. Kong Zong doesn't know how to do anything, plus he doesn't even want to learn, so what's the use of letting him join the research group?
So your research group is so prestigious that not even your own son can join it? Then you tell me, what's so wrong with letting Kong Zong stay?
That's not the point. You must not know, but Kong Zong is messing around while in the group and gets into lots of random fights with Ningyi Wei.
That Ningyi Wei again. Is Kong Zong your son, or is it Ningyi Wei? Can't you go one sentence without mentioning Ningyi Wei?
Alright, let's stop arguing now. We'll discuss this again when I get back home in 2 days, alright?
Mom, listening to what Dad said on the phone, he probably already knows everything. That kind Ningyi Wei, how dare he secretly tell my dad that?
I will be doing the literature commentary.
If only Ningyi Wei didn't exist, why didn't that dog in the small forest next to the school just bite Ningyi Wei to death?
Ningyi Wei, answer the phone.
Oh.
Iwei, have you seen the mail yet?
I saw it. Professor Kong is truly impartial and righteous.
Ha ha, I'd like to see how Kong Zong will do with his literature commentary.
Most likely with his shallow knowledge of Newton's third law from classical mechanics.
These two idiots don't even know how to protect themselves. Ningyu had always been a simple person, to the point where it's easy to see through him. He'll tell you he likes something, he'll tell you if he hates something. He likes straightforward principles, as well as anything that can ignite or satisfy his curiosity. He dislikes fakers, cheaters, and admitting his mistakes. Ningyi Wei and the world around him is like a tiny ecosphere, relatively conservative, while operating in a systematic and orderly manner.
I just told a hilarious joke. I can tell it to you, too.
No, thank you. I respectfully decline.
Then, you're missing out. It's genuinely, really funny.
If it's that funny, you can laugh some more by yourself.
Boring.
What is it?
My classmate told me that someone asked him for my phone number, so he's asking for my permission.
Who?
I don't know. He said that it's a girl. How should I reply?
Ask him why she wants to find you.
He said, bro, why else would she want your number? What does this mean?
He's not asking you to help him write his thesis, is he?
That's not possible. That would be serious academic plagiarism. There's no way.
How can you be like this? It's true that I don't understand any of this, but not only did you refuse to teach me, but you're also deceiving me.
Stop laughing. Stop right now.
Don't you know everything already, yet you still need me to teach you?
Liang Chong seems more like himself in the past, but at the same time he doesn't. I'll go to sleep first.
Good night.
Good night. And my heart was beating so fast just now. It's so hot.
University Physics Center.
Iwei, you came alone?
He's on a business trip.
Liang Cheng is so nice to you. Oh right, has your wound opened again?
No, I think it's all healed up.
Unless, Kongzhen's literature analysis makes me burst into laughter.
Research classroom.
Iwei, do you know anything about the situation regarding the rules that Professor Kong added?
I don't know.
It's already 5, but only a few people are present. They need to work on punctuality.
Yep.
Assistant CUI he.
Didn't you say it'd be at 6? Iwei, what happened to your ear?
He's so unlucky. After being chased by a dog, he tripped and fell in the forest.
Hold on. How come the wound is behind his ears if he tripped and fell? It clearly doesn't make any sense. I think you all lack curiosity.
Right. I got slashed by a beer bottle. Zurue and I tried explaining it several times but no one would believe it.
Is the wound serious?
No, the doctor said to just rest for a while and not to overstrain myself.
There's no way Zhou Zurue and your brains would start hurting from absorbing normal knowledge. However, it's better not to offend people in the future.
Yes, we understand.
Alright, so being in your 4th year now, what are your future plans?
I haven't decided yet but Zirwei is preparing to apply to some places.
Then, hurry and decide.
Professor, everyone is here.
Okay, let's start the meeting.
Thank you everyone, my presentation has ended.
To be honest, Kongzhen's presentation was alright. Although it wasn't as in-depth, the presentation was complete and there weren't any mistakes either, however.
Don't leave yet. Complete the Fourier transform for this function. You understood such a hard problem earlier. Yet you're unable to do this easy problem now? You can go. Don't come to this discussion group anymore.
Kong Zong has gone too far this time. He should study something else.
Professor Kong must be very disappointed sometimes. Attempting the impossible isn't meaningful. Humans are too insignificant. Some individuals are searching for their so-called truth, but if they spend their entire lives following the path of their ancestors and learning things that have already been learned by others, then they are just wasting their lives.
Boring.
Are you home yet?
Yes, I've been home for the last 3 hours. When are you coming home? Didn't you say you'd be home today?
I'll be back tomorrow. How was your weekly meeting today?
Alright, Kong Zong left the discussion group.
Why?
I'll tell you later. Are things going well on your side?
No.
Why not? Are you sure you can come back tomorrow?
My mom is taking me on blind dates. She has probably been too free since she retired, so she wants a grandson now.
Ah, blind dates meaning you'll meet someone of the opposite gender and get to know each other. 5 hours ago.
Hello, this is my son, Liang Cheng.
Hello.
Hello. She called and wanted to eat lunch with me suddenly. I knew there was something fishy.
Do you two young people want to go and watch a movie?
No, I have a meeting tonight.
It's fine. It's good for young people to see their careers as their top priority.
Are you in a bad mood?
No.
I heard that there was a shareholder who refused to sign in the company you're trying to purchase. Aunt Ching knows that shareholder really well. Why don't you see if?
It's okay. The shareholder doesn't own many shares in the company. It won't hinder me purchasing the company. Also, I don't want to owe Aunt Ching or anyone a favor.
Liang Cheng, you're not young anymore. It's time for you to consider getting married. Your father wants a grandchild while he's still alive.
Mother, let me rest. I'm already tired enough today. We didn't sit together. I sat far away from her.
How was it? Is it a good match? Did you both fall in love at first sight?
Ningyiwei, what are you saying? What do you mean by a good match? Did you think this was a DNA test?
Are you guys dating now?
No, I don't like her and she doesn't like me either.
Oh, that's not good. Was Auntie unhappy?
She should be thankful that I didn't walk out right away. I can't fall asleep. Read a book to me.
As far as I can remember, it's been a while since Liang Cheng was busy to the point he needed me to read him a book so that he could fall asleep. How does Katrin Becker's Introduction to String Theory sound? The translation of this book is pretty good.
No, read me a book that I can understand.
You're so stupid.
Ning Yi Wei.
I found a book called Finding Entertainment. Is this book alright? You must have bought this book. I would never read these kinds of books.
Read.
When Finding Entertainment was first published, there were many enthusiastic discussions about it on the news. Liang Chong, is he asleep? I hope that listening to the preface of Finding Entertainment can help him sleep better. Liang Chong sounds too tired. He shouldn't have to go on blind dates or spend time liking someone. He just needs sleep and rest. Liang Chong, good night. Why are you back? I haven't seen Liang Chong in half a month and it feels like it's been a lifetime.
What is this?
You can't look at it. Give it to me.
Injury Observation Record Day 20.
I made this injury observation record. I told Zirwei that if we both got hurt in the same area, we would make a record of it and compare with each other.
You're thinking about getting hurt? Think positively. Useless.
It's because we're too bored that we have to do something.
The hospital brought over the ointment just now. They said you have to apply it once in the morning and at night. Come here. Let me apply it for you.
Oh. This smells so bad.
Stop moving around after I apply this for you. I need to return to the company for a meeting.
Ah, I've been poisoned.
Oh, right, I received Aunt Lou's call this morning.
Is she starting to get suspicious?
She only comes by 3 times a month and she hasn't seen you once. Of course she's going to be suspicious. I told her that you've been either studying or sleeping every day. She'll believe me.
My mom's coming back next week. What should we say then? Does my hair look strange like this? Yesterday, my classmates were laughing at my hairstyle.
Keep it for now. I'll talk to Auntie about this. When you're all healed up, I'll take you to the barber.
But when will you have time?
Soon.
Oh, so foolish, yet so well-behaved.
I don't want to leave him now.
It was the father of Miss Chin who had come before him.
Hello.
Liang Chong, if you need help purchasing the company, you can come to me at any time.
Thank you for your kind thoughts, but I don't need any help for now. I have a meeting, so I'm hanging up.
Okay. Let's talk again next time.
Okay, goodbye.
Liang Chong. You're squeezing too hard.
Sorry that I wish I could take Ningyiwei everywhere with me. I wish I could hug and stare at him whenever I want to.
It's fine. Don't keep furrowing your brow. Long-term muscle contractions can lead to dynamic wrinkles.
Okay, I need to go now. The secretary and driver are waiting for me downstairs.
Liang Chong is panicking a bit. Father, Mother, I'm back.
I need to go. Our son is back. You're done with school this early today?
Yeah, I only had 2 classes this morning. I've been so busy for the past month, I didn't get to see you. I've missed you guys a lot, which is why I didn't go to the library and came straight home today. Thankfully, Liang Chong already thought of an excuse for me.
Our poor Wei Wei. I've been telling your mother not to be so suspicious. Our son is focused on learning. When would he have time to play games?
You know you have a home, right?
While we was busy with his studies, he was going to go to the library but came home early for us.
Food's ready. I haven't seen you in a month or so, and you look skinnier.
Quite busy lately. Good thing Mother doesn't know that in injured otherwise, she'd definitely hold me in her arms and cry. I plan to work with Professor Kong. Liang Chong said it's a pretty good idea, and I think it's not so bad either.
Wei Wei has always been good with his studies. We don't need to worry about him. You can do whatever you want.
Right. My steamed fish is ready. This fish is very fresh. Wei Wei, eat more. I gave Madame Liang 2 fish yesterday. She messaged me earlier saying it was tasty and asked for more.
Aren't Madame Liang and her husband in the south?
They returned recently. They said that Wang Group was going to purchase a company. They were afraid Liang Chong couldn't handle the situation, so they came to help him.
I didn't see her in the news yesterday. Only young President Liang.
Yeah, when I brought the fish to Madame Liang yesterday, she talked with me for a while.
Does young President Liang have a girlfriend yet or not? He's not that young anymore. It's time for him to get married.
No.
Madame Liang said that her friend's daughter wants to get to know young President Liang. She is intelligent and beautiful, but young President Liang didn't even look at her.
Young President Liang wouldn't do that. He's so polite to us, so why would he ignore the girl?
Madame Liang didn't explain it either. Wei, if you have the time, advise young President Liang.
No.
Why not?
Liang Chong said that he doesn't like her, that they don't like each other.
I don't think so. That young lady must like young President Liang a lot.
Even so, I won't. There's no way two people can end up together due to external factors. If they were forcibly put together, they would repel each other and cause an explosion.
You always say things that I don't understand. I just want to help Madame Liang, because she always looks so worried.
Liang Chong is also always worried. He doesn't like her. Why are you guys forcing him?
How can we force young President Liang?
He's always so tired every day, but they still go and disturb him since they don't know anything. They don't understand him at all.
Anyway, this restaurant's stewed rice tastes delicious.
Indeed, it's not bad.
It's starting.
This is the biggest risk Mr. Liang has ever taken since his succession, as well as one of the biggest acquisitions the real estate industry has seen.
It's Liang Chong.
I have no intentions of learning from winners in life. Instead, I'm motivated to buy more lottery tickets. You can learn while playing the lottery. Even if you don't win the lottery, you still have a chance to work for Senior.
Senior is so handsome. Has anyone noticed Liang Chong immediately went to make a call after leaving the stage? With his parents both in attendance at the event, does that mean he's calling his future wife?
This is big news.
Hello?
You picked up so quickly. Where are you right now?
So, this is how Liang Chong looks like when he's on a call with me, furtive, surreptitious. I'm having dinner with Zirwei at school.
I've finished work. I'll come and pick you up now.
The ceremony hasn't ended yet, but it seems Mr. Liang Chong has already left through the side doors. This is unusual. Perhaps he has someone very important to meet. Now, we shall invite the chairman of Liang's business, Mr. Liang Qichao, and Madame Kong Minmin on stage.
He left after a call for what?
To find you, of course, so he can see what contributions his junior has made in his 3 years of attending this university as an economics major.
From their conversation, it seems like economics is very useful.
Right.
Let's go and buy a few economics textbooks later on.
Sure. Is Liang Chong going to come?
Yes, so I'll leave first.
Okay.
Half an hour later.
Liang Chong.
Ningyiwei, how do you walk so slowly? And you even dare daydream while talking to me.
That's not true. Suddenly I feel like I can compare the current state of my heart to a ball that has initial momentum. It is enclosed within a box partaking in complete elastic collisions uniformity, one cycle after another. That should be the original principle. Liang Chong is someone who can change the momentum. He's the ultimate villain. He's the reason why the balls have become utterly erratic, moving back and forth as they thump against my chest rapidly and capriciously without rest. Fortunately the walls are thick, so no one else but myself knows how loud my heart is beating. Then I'll demonstrate to you how fast I can walk.
It's fine, stop running.
Liang Chong, have you eaten yet?
You just remembered to ask me if I have eaten yet.
That means you've eaten.
I ate a simple meal outside the venue.
Ouch! Where are you bringing me?
You're really smart, but you can't tell where we're going.
Where exactly are we going? I'm really dumb.
I'm bringing you to a construction site. You don't even know the address of your new school area.
What construction site? What's being constructed? And what about the new school area?
We're here.
What is the construction site for?
It's the construction site for your Professor Kong's underground lab. Have you forgotten that you said that you really wanted to see it on the phone last Thursday?
Wow! But we can't even go in. Even though we're only able to see it from the outside today, I'll bring you in to check it out one day. Give me the safety hat and keys. We will go around by ourselves so you can go back and rest.
I'll turn on the lights for you.
Okay.
It's huge. Amazing. This is astounding. So, it's built by your company.
I'm the one who donated. It's fine not to watch financial news, but you should pay more attention to news about your school.
I do watch financial news, but it never mentioned anything about you donating anything.
Oh, do you really?
I watched your live stream today. The host was so unprofessional, talking about all the gibberish.
You even understand professional knowledge. I had so many live streams with different media outlets this afternoon. Tell me which one you think is unreliable.
The logo of the media is blue with an irregular shape. After you signed the contract, you called me. The host said something about you. Told you to give a call to your future wife. How nosy.
What do you want to know?
Liang Chong, are you going to get married?
You're crossing the line.
I'm just asking. Since Liang Chong is saying that, it most likely means he's going to get married then. It's so cold. If only Liang Chong could hug me for a bit.
I'll grab some clothes for you in the car, or do you prefer to leave now?
Let's go back home. I'd like to come back next month. I'll wear more layers next time.
Sure.
Sometimes, I feel like our perception of time has the same effect as thermal expansion. Just like now, I can clearly feel that after autumn has begun, the temperature drops consistently every day. My body is able to sense that time has slowed down.
I'm guessing your sluggish movements are caused by your fear of cold, so you sleep too much.
Ziroe actually agreed with your view and even urged me to eat more rice. But I have some reservations about this.
If you're that free, why don't I take you out to practice your driving skills this afternoon?
No way. Every time Liang Chong helps me with driving practice, I overtake other cars and keep changing lanes. It's so nerve-wracking. I can't go on. I get so scared that I go weak in the knees every time, and Liang Chong has to carry me whenever we change seats.
You've already avoided practicing 3 consecutive times. You've procrastinated in taking your subject 3 examinations. Didn't your parents urge you to take them? I'm worried that if we wait any longer, I'll get busy and I don't know when we'll be able to meet up again. Wait for me at the entrance of the physics lab teaching center at 3 in the afternoon.
How about next time? Okay, we'll go practice today.
Physics Laboratory Teaching Center.
Hey, Mom.
Wei, where are you right now? Your dad and I just finished discussing an issue regarding supplies with the one in charge of the second canteen. Your dad still has a few things to sort out with the person in charge, but I want to come and see you.
I'm in the physics center. When you exit the second canteen, you should see a narrow pathway on your right. If you follow the path, you should arrive at the center in no time. I'll wait for you at the main entrance.
Okay.
Zirwei, my mom is going to arrive soon.
Then I'll go down with you.
This way. Mom, this is the place where I do my schoolwork and discussion. This is my best friend, Zhou Zirwei.
Hi, Auntie.
Hi, Zirwei. I always hear about you from Wei. Wei, come back home to eat dinner tonight. Zirwei can come, too. I'll make something delicious for the both of you.
Ningyi Wei.
What is he up to again?
Is this your classmate?
You're the delivery woman for the takeaways?
You're the delivery man.
You have the nerve to come back to the center and embarrass Professor Kong. Did you already pay the person who helped you do your literary appreciation last time? Why don't you hurry and let him teach you the Fourier transform? During the previous discussion group meeting, Kongjin finished his report successfully but was unable to answer an easy question about the Fourier transform. After Kong Shinfeng discovered that his report was a fake, Kongjin was removed from the discussion group.
How cold? Am I not allowed to say anything? Isn't she your foster mother? I've heard from others that your foster mother from the village is infertile.
Wei.
I wonder if Ningyi Wei has finished his lesson yet.
The user you have dialed is currently unavailable. Please call again later.
How weird, he's not picking up either. Don't tell me he got cold feet and ran away again.
Zirwei, I'm fine, you don't have to worry. You apologize to my mother.
What are you going to do if I refuse?
Wei Wei, leave him alone. Let's go.
No way, Mom, he has to apologize to you first.
What are you doing here? Who are you looking for? I'll help you look for them. My dad isn't in today.
I'm dead, I'm so dead. Liang Tsong's actually caught me in the hole of a fight this time.
Lian Chong seems angry. Why is he angry? Lian Chong.
Kong Zong, what do you think you're doing?
Kong Zong provoked me, so I beat him up. Just a little.
Kong Zong and Mr. Liang seems like they're related.
Liang Chong must be here to help Wei. He looks mad.
I can't stand it. It's so embarrassing for my cousin to stand next to Ning Wei. I need to get Ning Wei away from him. Bro, how did you come across someone like this?
Kong Zong, try laying a hand on Yule, I dare you.
It isn't like that, I didn't touch him.
What did you say to him? Do you think he's an easy target?
No.
Kong Zong, what are you without Kon Shenfeng?
It's not like that at all. Why is he treating me like this? Just for Ning Wei?
Since your dad didn't ask you, I'll ask on his behalf. Do you want to switch schools?
No.
Liang Chong is acting strange.
Liang Chong is so powerful.
I don't want to change schools, as long as he lets me off. I'm sorry, ma'am, I didn't mean it. Can you forgive me?
It's okay, Wei Wei, let's go. Your dad's waiting for me. We should go.
Let's get going, my mom's in shock.
Okay. Auntie, let me take you there.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Liang.
Wei, I'm going back upstairs to read some journals by Liang Chong. See you later, Auntie.
Bye, Zirwei. My mom needs to go to the second cafeteria. Let's walk there together.
All right.
Mom, are you okay?
Wei Wei, I'm sorry for embarrassing you. You've always been such a brilliant child. You shouldn't be seen with people like your dad and me.
Mom, please don't say that. It makes me upset.
Mr. Liang, were you looking for Wei Wei?
Yes, he has supposed to practice driving with me today. I'm concerned that he might not be able to pass his driving exam.
You love making me suffer, don't you? Mom, Liang Chong keeps making me overtake cars in the middle of traffic.
Don't be silly.
Are we really not going to practice driving today? It doesn't hurt. Liang Chong scared me just now. I knew he was but I didn't know he was that protective. This is the second time I've hit someone. I must be pretty good at fighting. I made Kong Zong cry.
Really? So was he crying because you beat him up?
Of course. You were also pretty scary. Liang Chong's lips are a bit cold.
Hold on, something doesn't feel right. You know what, let's skip practice today.
Oh, okay. You're in the wrong gear, huh? Where are we going now?
Where do you want to go?
It's Rui's birthday next week. Can you take me to a cake shop so I can order a cake for him? We made a deal with each other. Zirwei gets a cake of his choice from me for his birthday, and I get a book of my choice from him for my birthday. This is the cake shop's address. This year, he wants a cake from this shop.
Turn on the GPS, the shop's in a pretty remote area.
Okay, my arm hurts. Looks like I'll need to take a break for a few days.
If you don't want to be in pain, maybe you should think twice before beating someone up next time.
Kong Zong provoked me first.
Why did you get into an argument with Kong Zons today?
It was a fight, get it right.
Okay, why did you guys get into a fight?
Because Kong Zong pissed me. I don't feel like going into detail about things like these with Liang Chong.
Be more specific or I'll ask your mom myself.
Don't ask her. I'll tell your mom needed to come to school this afternoon and she decided to visit me. I don't care if Kong Zong makes fun of me, but why does he have to target my mom? I didn't do anything wrong. I won't apologize to Kong Zong even if Professor Kong calls me and tells me to.
You don't have to apologize to anyone. I promise.
Makes me feel safe. Actually, I'm safe as long as he's with me. When I was a kid, my mom worked as a cleaner in a small hotel. That was before we came to your home. I was only 6 years old.
Hotel linen room.
Whenever my parents had to work at night, my mom would bring me to the hotel and let me sleep in the linen room.
Wei, sleep here, okay? I'll take you home once I'm done with work.
One night I walked in on the cleaning supervisor.
Lu Jiaqin, did you adopt a cursed child? All this creature does is run things. You've been cursed by him. He's the reason you're going to be poor until the day you die.
My mom covered my ears and started yelling back at him. That's how I found out I was adopted. I didn't feel sad, though my mom and dad had a really hard life for a very long time. They never went college, but they're very nice people. Kong Zong has a good life and studies at a good university, but he's a pathetic person. I don't care if his dad's Professor Kong. I would never want to be him. I'd rather be Ning Yue. By the way, if anyone talks about you, I'll fight them too.
Thanks, looks like I might need to get you a bodyguard.
Why? So they can help me beat people up?
No, it's so you don't get beat up.
Well, I think you should have your personal driver with you at all times so you don't drive in the wrong gear.
Ning Yue.
What?
Shut up.
Ha!
Stop looking at them. Young children like you shouldn't be looking at things like that.
We've even cast people watching dirty stuff. I know a lot more than you think. Liang Chong, let go. I'm not a kid anymore. I grew up a long time ago. Stop treating me like a chi. I feel a new force being applied to the ball inside my chest. It's angled go degrees above the horizon, and it's even stronger than the one I felt last time. This new, immense force is causing the ball inside me to accelerate too quickly. It's bouncing frantically against the walls of my chest. The curves of Liang Chong's back muscles and the warmth of the chest make me feel like I'm trapped in a chemical reaction inside an enclosed glass container.
Really? You think you've grown up?
I feel like anyone's heartbeat would go out of control if they were this close to Liang Chong. There's something I really have to figure out. It's making me feel really weird, and I don't think I should ignore it. I need to discuss it with Zirwei as soon as possible. Those pursuing the truth cannot afford to make any mistakes. I should do whatever it is that comes to my mind.
Zirwei, there's something I need to discuss with you. When my cousin clean up his dorm right now, if it is really urgent, you can just come over. I'll come over later. I'll help you clean up while I'm there.
I've found a doctor to take a look at your hand.
You didn't have to do that.
Yes, I did.
I hate going to the doctor.
I asked him to dress casually. You won't be able to tell he's a doctor. Ning Yue, what was that expression just now?
I'm tired. I'm going to sleepy. I can't sleep at all.
Ning Yue? Did he really fall asleep? Don't pretend to be asleep, sit up if you're awake.
I know Liang Chong, he's just checking if I'm pretending to be asleep. He doesn't really want to make me up. Why is Liang Chong doing this? If I don't open my eyes, will I find out Liang Chong's secret?
Ning Yue, stop pretending to be asleep.
Liang Chong has a beautifully shaped can, but now it looks like has his guard up. It's making me a little uncomfortable. I wasn't pretending to be asleep.
Okay, let's go get food first.
If I could, I would give up everything, whether I cherished it or not, just so Liang Chong could be happy.
Liang Chong put all the things Ning Yue gave him in a safe, because to him, that felt like the safest place in the world, just like when Ning Yue was next to him. This was Ning Yue's metalwork project last year. It was supposed to be put on display in the university's exhibition hall, but Ning Yue gave it to Liang Chong like a treasure.
Liang Chong, do you know how many different parts this music box has? I carefully polished everything myself. I had to rewrite the program for the gears 5 times. Our teacher said that if it wins a national prize, it'll be showcased in the exhibition hall. I tried everything under the sun to get it back. Liang Chong, do you like it? If you do, I'll give it to you.
Ningyiwei's generosity and stubbornness can be confusing. He isn't someone with bad intentions. He didn't pretend to be asleep because he had ulterior motives. He just didn't know what my intentions were when I approached him. If only I had walked slower when we went to that restaurant, then Ningyiwei wouldn't have missed my hand. Sometimes I feel like when he reaches a roadblock, it goes into a box called Ningyiwei's to-be-solved problems. Sometimes a lot is drawn every hour, sometimes every 3 days. If Ningyiwei really draws the eye like someone lot, that someone probably won't be some other person. He always spends so much time making gifts for me, even though he doesn't like wasting time.
Hey, can we talk?
I used to think Ningyiwei was really childish for deleting his chats. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Iwei, I don't understand what you're saying. You're telling me you use pacemaker?
No, if I had a pacemaker, you'd be able to tell.
Peng Zhifei, Zirwei's older cousin lecturer at D University.
They're both clueless.
We've known each other for years and we've always gotten along, but recently, every time I see him, my heartbeat accelerates. I feel nervous, like when there's a report I need to present but the slides aren't working.
That's serious. How long has this been happening?
Since we went to the bar.
How close were you guys before?
We're in close proximity every time he pats my head or pinches my cheek.
So it's an older woman?
I'm not talking about a woman. I'm talking about a guy.
What, gay? Awakening?
Liang Chong.
Who?
You know, Liang Chong.
Liang Chong, as in the guy that donated a lab to Professor Kong?
Yup, why?
Doesn't Liang Chong have a girlfriend? I heard my roommate say that they've been dating for several years, but their families don't approve of their relationship.
He doesn't have a girlfriend. He's never been in a relationship either.
You aren't with him all day every day. How would you know? Judging by what you've told me, I don't think Liang Chong would tell you if he was dating someone.
Liang Chong is not dating anyone. It's getting dark, Zirwei, Zhifei, I'm going home. Even if it isn't true, the thought of Liang Chong having a girlfriend makes me unhappy, uncomfortable, and very upset.
Iwei, did my cousin say something that made you upset?
No, but Liang Chong really doesn't have a girlfriend.
Okay, Iwei, be careful on your way home.
Okay.
Liang Corporation Headquarters.
Isn't that the car Liang Chong was driving this afternoon? I better not let Liang Chong catch me walking alone this late. Yikes, I should probably take a taxi home. Liang Chong used to smoke when he was a junior in college at the time. Liang Chong's dad was bedridden in the hospital after becoming seriously ill. Every day Liang Chong traveled back and forth between the company, the hospital, and his campus. He'd often work late into the night. I was a high school sophomore and had evening classes until 10 p.m., so Liang Chong would pick me up from school after work. Liang Chong was a heavy smoker. He also coughed all the time. Liang Chong, can I try a puff of your cigarette?
No, you're not legal yet, so don't even think about it. I'll go buy you dinner.
Okay.
Ningyiwei.
I can't remember if Liang Chong scolded me. I only remember that being the last time he ever smoked in front of me. I really miss how we used to be. Liang Chong and I didn't hide things from each other back then. He barely tells me anything now. He's keeping more and secrets from me. He's also getting harder to read.
We've arrived.
Alright, thank you. Zirwei right, Liang Chong is like a pacemaker. It drastically affects my heartbeat. I'm willing to shoulder every one of his burdens through thick and thin. I can handle it, but no one's allowed to take him away from me, no one.
Are you asleep? I can't sleep. What are you thinking about? I'm wondering why you were upset this afternoon.
Hello.
It's the middle of the night. What's keeping you up late like this?
Liang Chong sounds grumpy. He was probably asleep and just woke up. I just want to know why you were upset. Liang Chong.
Yes?
How did you know I was pretending to be asleep? You've done a lot of things that I don't understand recently.
Such as?
What would you have done if you didn't know I wasn't actually asleep? Just tell me, I won't set mad at you, I promise.
Everything.
Madam Kang's house.
Grandma! Of course I missed you.
Kong Zong, you're so sweet. Kong Zong, how is university?
Why don't you ask him?
What happened?
It's nothing. Dad, I think physics is very interesting. I want to study physics like you when I grow up.
Okay, when a new book is released, I'll buy it for you.
Thanks, Dad, I love it.
Not long after, Kong Shenfeng saw that book sitting back on the bookshelf.
Isn't that the book I bought for Kong Zong?
The book was in mint condition, with no sign of it having been opened. Kong Shenfeng realized that Kong Zong had no interest in physics at all. He realized Kong Zong lied about liking physics, thinking his father would love a son who liked physics more. In Kong Shenfeng's opinion, Kong Yisin doted on Kong Zong a little too much. Kong Shenfeng was sure he loved Kong Zong, but he didn't know how to show it.
Excuse me, it's a call from the lab in Tokyo. Yes, it's me, Kong Shenfeng, yes, that's right.
Okay, then Professor Kong, we'll make the arrangements accordingly.
Thank you, goodbye. Huh. That girl looks familiar.
He hit me. He hit me here.
Who hit you? How did that happen?
Ningyiwei hit me.
Ningyiwei. That girl in the family photo, she looks like Ningyiwei. That girl in the photo is Kong Yisin.
In the past, Kong Yisin injured her face in a car accident and had to get reconstructive surgery. Kong Shenfeng had no idea what she looked like before.
How is it already this later? I can't remember the last time I got up this late. Ugh, it's all because of Liang Chong. I couldn't stop thinking about what that one word meant, like a mathematician who can't sleep because they're trying to prove Riemann's conjecture.
Everything.
Gak, I'm really hungry. I don't know if there's still breakfast for me to eat.
Wei.
Auntie.
Liang Chong's mother.
Morning.
You slept in today. That's unusual.
You're only just waking up, and you were out quite late, as well. Keep Mrs. Liang company for a while. I need to cook one more dish.
Okay. Auntie, please have some tea.
Thanks. Your mom asked me where I got my clothes yesterday, so I came over for lunch today and I'll take her shopping in the afternoon. Liang Chong told me you're guaranteed a spot on Professor Kong's research team.
That's right.
That's good. If Professor Kong ever tries to take advantage of you, let me know. I'll make sure he knows not to try anything. Yiwei, have you been meeting up with Liang Chong much recently?
Oh, yes, a bit. He caught me in the middle of a fight at school the other day.
Did he tell you about Miss Liu, then?
He did mention her.
What does he think about her?
I didn't like her and she didn't like me either.
It's not my place to say.
Liang Chong is a good kid, but he doesn't know what's good for him. Please talk to him for me. Liang Chong's dad and I aren't very fussy. We just want him to be with a good girl he likes. Liang Chong is such a cold person and he's closed his heart off. He just isn't interested in dating. Whenever I bring it up, he shuffles his feet and tries to change the topic. If things keep going on like this, what am I going to do? When am I going to be able to hold my grandson? I even have a little bed ready for him. One for a little princess. I dream about my future life with my children and grandchildren. My daughter-in-law doesn't need to be the most capable person. If she doesn't know how to care for children, we can always hire a nanny. Oh, but I don't know which country produces the best nannies.
I see.
Ningyiwei felt like he was put into a jar filled with raw lemon slices. Lemon juice slowly trickling in, slowly filling up, rising, about to submerge him.
I don't like this. I want Liang Chong to be mine and mine alone. I want to be the only one he hug, the only one who's allowed to have a key to his room, the only one he calls when he can't sleep.
I can't sleep. Look for a book and read it to me.
Liang Chong is mine, no one else is allowed to have him. There isn't an algorithm or formula for this problem. I might not be able to see the correct solution, but the answer is simple. I want to monopolize Liang Chong. I have two choices. I can either stay home and eat, overthinking, feeling sorry for myself. Or I can look for Liang Chong now and ask him if he'd like to be with me forever. Mom, I won't be eating lunch at home. Auntie, I have something urgent to deal with at school. I'll be going now.
The number you have dialed is currently busy. Please try again later.
Why is Liang Chong's number always busy? Oh, it went through. Liang Chong, where are you?
I'm at home. I'm in a video conference right now.
Do you mind if I come over?
Sure, the meeting is almost finished.
Wow, I'm kind of a mess right now. I'm so nervous.
Ningyiwei.
If I keep bugging Liang Chong like this, he'll belong to me and me alone. What's wrong? Did something happen?
The sanitarium caller, they said my dad's illness took a turn. He's currently in critical condition.
Are you heading to the sanatorium now? Auntie was just at my house. Have you told her about it yet?
She already knows. I'm going to the airport now and we'll head there together.
I'll go with you.
You don't have to, just focus on your studies. I'll come back once his condition's stable.
I'll send you off at the airport then.
Okay.
I still remember the helpless look on Liang Chong's face at the back then. Liang Chong can't afford to show any signs of vulnerability or weakness. He always has to stay calm and composed. He can't let anything or anyone sway his emotions. However, humans can't simply keep their emotions bottled up forever. Don't worry, okay? Uncle's going to be just fine. Liang Chong's flight has probably already departed. I'm not good looking and academics are the only thing I'm good at. Does Liang Chong really like me?
Sorry.
If Liang Chong didn't have feelings for me, why would he kiss me? If he does have feelings for me, what does he like about me?
Tokyo Airport.
Hey, I got the information you wanted about Ningyiwei.
I see. What did you find?
I found some files about him from the Department of State. Ningyiwei was abandoned by his biological parents when he was barely 10 days old. The community hospital found him at their entrance. He was adopted by Ning Chang and Lu Jiaqin not long after he was placed in an orphanage.
Thanks a lot. I just landed in Tokyo, so I'll treat you to a meal once I'm back in China.
Sure, bye.
Alright, bye.
Oh right, Ningyiwei punched Kong Zong. You'll make sure that reckless little mutt gets a severe punishment like he deserves, right?
This situation is really strange. Isn't overly protective of Kong Zong. I have to confirm all the details before I can tell anything.
Hello, Professor Kong. This is Liang Chang's secretary. Mr. Lien's had to make some last-minute changes to his plans. He's sad he won't be able to meet with you.
Alright, I understand. I took some of Kong Zong's hair last night. I need to run a DNA test on it as soon as I can.
The hospital didn't have any updates on Liang Chong's father's condition, which has good news for Liang Chong and Kong Minmin.
He keeps working. Is he restless because he's worried about his father's grave condition, or is it something else? Why is there a wound on his lip?
Kong Minmin couldn't remember when Liang Chong stopped telling her about his personal life. Like Newton's cradle, Liang Tsong never stops working. He's become a pillar of the Liang company. However, Kong Minmin no longer knows what Liang Chong thinks and feels.
Liang Chong, is something bothering you?
No, I'm just settling something at work. Am I disturbing you?
No, by the way, I was at Jiaqin's house this morning.
I know, Ningyiwei told me.
Oh, Wei Wei went to visit you. Was that why he was in such a rush?
Yeah.
I remember you used to bully Ningyiwei when you were a kid.
Did I?
Did you forget already? One time, when you were still in university, you made him write a written apology for using your library card. You confronted him so aggressively.
Ningyiwei didn't say anything about it, though.
Of course he wouldn't. He was scared after Liang Chong started university, moved to a place closer to the office and the school, not letting anyone get close. Is Liang Chong always this casually pressed at home? It's Ningyi Wei. I knew they were close, but I didn't know he could come and go from Liang Cheng's house as he liked.
Ningyi Wei.
I haven't seen Liang Cheng so panicked in years.
Ningyi Wei.
What? Is there an earthquake?
How many books did you borrow with my card? Why can't I borrow a single one?
I dunno, I only borrowed 5, I think. 5 at most. I'll return them tomorrow.
Liang Cheng.
Mom? What are you doing here?
Auntie?
He only borrowed 5 books. Why are you so mad?
The maximum I can borrow with the card is 5 books. When you took it, I told you not to max it out.
You don't even go to the library, it's such a waste not to use it to the fullest.
Don't you talk back to me.
I'm helping you use your student privileges, you should be grateful. Every time I read a book on your behalf, it's like I'm making sure that a tenth of a cottonwood tree didn't die in vain.
So I should praise you for being environmentally conscientious?
Exactly.
Write me a letter of guarantee, promise me you'll never max out my library card again.
The Liang Song I saw then was so full of life, he was hard to recognize. His defenses are up, blocking out everyone, not letting anyone see himself relaxed and unguarded, except for Ningyi Wei. Liang Cheng, Ningyi Wei.
Don't worry. It's very unlikely that Ningyi Wei and I will be together.
Why, doesn't he like you?
No reason, but I don't plan to get married.
And what if he does? What if he doesn't come looking for you again? What if he moves all his things out of your house? Can you spend your whole life without anyone else?
He can marry, but he'd better not think of taking his things from my house, ever.
His answer was too quick, as if he already thought it over countless times.
I really want to ask Liang Cheng why he kissed me, but I'm scared of disturbing him. I can't ask Zirwei either, it's not something I can discuss with Zirwei. Zirwei's not good with these things, and his cousin doesn't get it either. I'll think about it when Uncle Liang gets better and Liang Cheng comes back. Liang Cheng has probably landed by now. Mom and Dad went to the north to visit the orchards, so I'm here alone at home anyway. Maybe I should go to Liang Cheng's place. Liang Cheng's duvet is rougher, but it has a very familiar smell.
Ningyi Wei, have you arrived yet? Yes. How's your dad? We're waiting for the doctor. There's a donor now, the operation will be next week. Heart transplants have a success rate of almost 100%. I'm sure that out of that nearly 100%, he's the one with the lowest likelihood of transplant rejection. Thanks.
Liang Cheng's tone is so dry, he must be really busy and worn out.
I wish I could be with you. Why?
This one is hard to answer. Hello.
Why do you wish you were with me?
I haven't figured out how to answer.
Just say what you're thinking.
Why do I suddenly feel so warm?
Aren't you angry? I thought you wouldn't contact me again.
Angry? Wei. I just want to be there with you. When Liang Cheng is upset, I want to be by his side. Because I've always been there. And I can't waste it all by giving up now. I shouldn't be absent in the future either. And what's more, when I'm there, it seems like you relax a little. Am I right?
How did you know?
It's a given, I know everything.
You're right.
Guess where I'm right now?
Liang Cheng.
Something just came up, I have to go. You're not allowed to come over or wander around when you please, understood?
Understood.
Tokyo.
Kongzong really isn't related to us by blood. But now is the time to tell Isin. The last time idled like this was 19 years ago, in front of Isin's delivery room. Looks like I need to get someone to look into the records of children born in that hospital that year.
D. University classrooms.
Zirwei, I forgot my book.
It's okay, we can share one.
This really has been the most chaotic week I've had in all 4 years of my college life. It's almost lunchtime, I wonder if Liang Cheng is less busy now.
Ningyi, come answer this question.
For this problem, we should first.
He gets distracted, but he answers questions at lightning speed.
Kong Shenfeng's Tokyo office.
Professor Kong, I sent what you wanted to your email.
Okay, thank you.
Record of infants born in the year.
Based on the hospital's birth records, there were over 80 boys born in the 3 days before and after Isen's delivery. If I plot Isen's delivery date on the x-axis, and Kong Zong's time of birth on the y-axis, this child is the closest MATC. Height father cell is empty. This infant's coat came to the hospital alone. She gave birth the day before Isen and shared the same ward as Isen for 2 days. She was discharged at noon on the second day after Isen gave birth. Looks like I'll have to keep investigating and find out how this single mother is doing now. Should I ask Isen too? Honey, I'm coming back to China this week. Let's celebrate our anniversary together.
Sure, so you do have a conscience.
Honey, do you remember giving birth to Kong Zong?
Of course, I was lying in bed for 9 months. It hurt for ages.
Do you remember the other pregnant woman sharing your ward right after your water broke and you were admitted?
Why do you ask?
I'm looking into something. Once it's confirmed, I'll tell you.
Only remember that she was all alone, and much younger than me.
Alone?
Yeah, you don't remember? She looked like a kid. She was 7 or years younger than me, and wouldn't say who the father of the baby was. She did ask a lot about our family. Now that think about it, it was a bit strange.
Do you remember her name?
How would I remember that? If I recall, her name had a Meng in it like the Chinese character for dream.
Mother Xu Meng. Professor Kong, the person you asked me to look for, Xu Meng, died of an illness 5 years ago. She had no family and left nothing behind.
We're finally done with classes.
What should we eat?
Professor Kong. Professor Kong. Ningyi speaking.
Come to the office in the research center.
All right, I'll come right away. Didn't Professor Kong just leave last week? Why is he back?
He's like a ghost.
Can you help me get lunch? I need to go to Professor Kong's office.
Sure.
Come in.
Professor Kong.
Come have a seat. What happened to your mouth, Iwei?
It was just an accident. It's been a few days since I got this, but my blood doesn't coagulate well, so it hasn't healed yet.
My father had the same problem.
It's not serious, it doesn't really affect my daily life.
How are your quantum field theory classes going? Old Joe was just complaining about you in our group chat.
I forgot my book. It wasn't on purpose.
Iwei, is something bothering you? You can always tell me if there is.
If I say it, you might scold me too.
Try me.
I want to take time off and fly to Australia to see someone, but I have classes for the next few days, so I don't know if I should.
A girlfriend?
No.
Then why are you going?
Their family is being treated in an Australian hospital. I want to be with them. They're the person I like.
Oh, youth is hot and bold. They say, how long do you plan to go for?
Hard to say. I want to be there with them till their father's operation is over. It's a heart transplant.
Why do a heart transplant in Australia?
Their father was in an Australian nursing home when he fell ill. They've already found a doctor who's on their way there. The operation is scheduled for tomorrow. They're very upset, so I want to be with them. After all the information I gave him, Professor Kong must have guessed it. He's very clever, after all. Liking Liang Chong isn't anything to be ashamed of anyway, so I don't need to hide it. Everyone will know, eventually.
Do I know them?
You do.
Do you have a visa? If you like them, go. I'll help you apply for a leave of absence. Do you have enough for the flight tickets?
Yes.
Then go.
Ningyi's innocence makes it too easy to take advantage of him. It's an unnecessary innocence, but his forgiving, big-hearted attitude makes me feel lucky. Maybe one day he'll understand. Only in those seconds that I receive Ningyiwei messages every day do I suddenly wake up and realize I'm still alive. Ningyiwei knows that today is the day of Dad's transplant operation. He didn't even send me a good morning text. He's probably scared of being a bother. If he got a phone call from me right now, I bet he'd be pleasantly surprised.
The person you are calling is not available. Please try again later.
Maybe he got so excited that he accidentally pressed the wrong button. I'll give him one more chance. I'll call again.
The person you are calling is not available. Please try again later. I'm in our weekly regroup. Professor Kong's here too. Which is super rare. Okay.
It's time I realized that Ningyiwei will never understand.
What are you smiling about, Chong?
Was I smiling?
I haven't seen you smile like that in a long time. Were you talking to Wei Wei?
It's too stuffy in here. I'm going out for a smoke. He looks familiar. Too familiar.
Based on the map, Liangchong is very close. In fact, our locations are almost overlapping, but there's no one here. What are you doing? Liangchong, what are you doing here?
In a weekly regroup, with Professor Kong, too?
Maybe the person who was tricked should be reflecting on how he let himself get fooled so easily.
Really? Is it because I'm too stupid?
Sometimes, it's not entirely due to the stupidity of the victim, but also because of the superior intelligence of the person who tricked him.
Shut up. Have you eaten? Come with me, let's get you something to eat. Why did you lie to me?
Well, why did you kiss me? I just didn't want you to go through the trouble of picking me up, you're so busy as it is.
Come on, let's get food.
Okay. Will your mom find it weird when she sees me here?
No.
I want to ask him something I've thought about for a long time. I never needed to spend much time on the practice questions for my college courses. The homework Liang Chong gave me is just too difficult. Do you think I don't understand anything at all? I do, actually.
What do you understand?
I knew that you wanted me to be with you, so I came. Sometimes it feels like you're really tired, it's just a feeling I get. At those times, I can't help, since your job isn't something I'm good at. But if there's anything I can do, just say the word and I'll do it for you. I looked through a lot of articles on Wikipedia, and after putting together all the descriptions, I think it's rare for the way I do, the way I want to give everything good to you, and the way I'm willing to do anything for you.
Like?
If you like me, you don't have to hesitate. Be with me, right now.
He makes dating sound like a promotion for a supermarket taste test. But he doesn't know any other. Think of another way to express it, and for me, that's enough.
You can give me your answer at another time. I know it's not a great time right now.
Are you done eating? Let's go.
Would this be considered a restrained response? Liang Chong is holding on so tight.
Break room.
Whatever. Hello, Auntie.
You're here. I was wondering why Liang Cheng's cigarette break was taking so long.
He came over all alone. I just caught him, he hadn't eaten, so I took him to the cafeteria.
He came to be with Liang Chong?
Yeah.
Your father is about to wake up. Don't so see him together like this. He has a bad heart.
I know, I'll take it slow.
I thought you said you wouldn't be together.
He came looking for me himself.
Feels like Liang Chong just said something he's very happy about in a tone that wasn't happy at all.
Mr. Liang's operation was successful. Next, we'll be observing him for obvious signs of transplant rejection.
Thank you, doctor.
You and Wei Wei should go home and rest. I'll stay at the hospital and keep watch. I'll let you know if anything comes up. You haven't slept in ages.
Okay.
The Liang's Australian residence.
Whoa, what a beautiful garden.
You applied for time off from your department?
Yup, Professor Kong helped me. He let me skip the weekly regroup. He even asked if I had money for my flight tickets. I'm so lucky to be Professor Kong's research student.
Oh, he's that nice? He even wanted to give you money for your flights? What did you say to him?
I told him I had to come to, well, that's how it was.
That's how it was? What's how it was? Tell me. How dare you push me?
That look in Liang Chang's eyes, nobody else is allowed to see him like that. You're mine. That's my biggest wish this year, unlike the previous years. Not for world peace, or for proof of the Riemann hypothesis, or to spend a week visiting CERN, or to publish a paper in whatever journal. Every cell in my body, down to every last quark, is sending out the same prayer. That Liang Chong has to be mine. I told Professor Kong everything.
What did you say?
Everything I could. I said I was coming to see you.
He didn't say anything. He even helped you take time off. Why does it feel like he's catching us in the act? I need to take this call.
Okay. Half an hour ago.
How was your brother-in-law's operation?
Successful. Since when did you care about my relatives? Is it menopause?
I just thought I'd ask. Ningyiwei went looking for Liang Chong. I should ask him for help.
Professor Kong.
Is your father better now? Is Ningyiwei there yet?
Yes, thanks for helping him apply for time off. I'll bring him back as soon as possible.
Are you and Ningyiwei together?
Yes, he's here. Do you have something to ask him?
Liang Chong, what kind of relationship is there between you and Ningyiwei right now?
What kind of relationship would you prefer us to have? Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? If not,
there is. I need your help to collect a bit of Ningyiwei's hair.
What do you want his hair for?
At first, I just thought Ningyiwei looked familiar. Later on, when I saw your aunt's old photo.
So you suspect Ningyiwei is your biological son?
Yes, that's why I need to do a DNA test. Can you help me?
No.
Why not?
Even if you and Ningyiwei are related, so what? You want him to recognize you as his family? Have you told your wife?
Not yet. You know your aunt's temper. When it comes to Kong Zong, of course, I just haven't how to yet.
How isn't important, can you control her? Ningyiwei has a very stable life now, his adoptive parents are very good to him. Look, why don't you give me DNA samples from your wife and yourself? I'll send them to the lab for testing. I want to know the results as soon as they come out. If you want to test for a DNA match with Ningyiwei, give me your samples. Send them to my secretary. She'll be in touch right away.
Fine. I don't know if making this call was the right thing to do, but Liang Chong is the most appropriate person to inform. He cares a lot about Ningyiwei, and most importantly, Hai's very reliable.
Already asleep? You're not really sleeping, are you, little slave? Little slave, get up and give me a back massage. Little slave. Wei.
I was sleeping, why'd you wake me up?
Why do you think?
Sleep is very important for your health, I'll have you know. Your call went on for too long, I had just fallen asleep when you woke me up. There's something mysterious in Liang Chang's eyes.
Really?
Of course, that secretive feeling is gone now. Stop pretending.
Look, don't you think you feigning sleep looks way too fake?
I don't want to admit it, but it really does.
Little slave.
Do you want to keep watching? My eyelashes trembled. I really don't have a talent for this. I shouldn't pretend to sleep again. Why did you record that? Delete it. That was when Liang. What the hell? Delete that, you perv. Delete it.
This is nothing. How does this make me a perv? This is an invasion of privacy. You're breaking the law and you know it.
What are you trying to imply? Please elaborate. Didn't your mom ask you to sleep? How long has it been since you slept? The bags under your eyes are heavy and dark gray. It means you need.
Stop.
How long has it been since you slept?
I haven't really slept since I got here.
What? Go sleep now.
If I sleep, What'll you do?
I'll edit my paper. What is it? Ah! What are you doing? Put me down.
Stop struggling.
The feeling inside the quilt is breathless.
I haven't even started anything yet.
Humph.
Wei, does hurts?
A little bit. You're going on a business trip again?
I stayed too long in Australia, so I've got to finish each work that has piled up one by one.
It's alright. My final exam is approaching too, so I have to study with Zirwei every day. Don't worry about me after this till sleep for a while, then go study with Ziru, then go back to my parents' house at night. Liang Chong is like a grown person who ate sugar for the first time in his life recently. After licking all the sugar that has never been seen before, he'll make sure that it's really sweet, then want to soak in it constantly.
Half a month later.
That student, hello.
Is there anything I can help with? This auntie must have been so pretty when she was young.
Do you know where the mailbox for the professor of physics department is?
Oh, that I know, but it's hard to find. Let me accompany you.
Student, you're so kind.
Thank you.
Why are there so many letters?
Professor Kong isn't in the place recently.
Is he? I didn't know that. I'm just delivering this on someone else's behalf. Do you know Professor Kong?
Not there, auntie, it's this way.
Oh. Thank you, you're helping me again.
She seems to have something in mind.
Student, how will you get home this late?
I'll take a taxi home.
Taxi? That's dangerous. There was a student in your university who was robbed by a taxi driver a few days ago. Didn't you hear it?
Really? I didn't hear anything about it.
It's true, there was this male student who booked an online taxi and got robbed of all his cash by the driver. Then he was left with a fake license. Then he was left at the bus station in the suburbs.
Taxis nowadays are still quite normal, though. Her words really can make people scared.
Better to be safe before it's too late. To thank you for showing me way. I'll take you home.
It's okay, auntie, my house is so far away.
It's not a big deal. I don't have schedule, though.
I don't understand why I'm in the car of an auntie who I've just met 20 minutes ago.
It takes 10 kilometers to your destination. Start departing.
Thank you, auntie.
Nothing to be thanks about.
Auntie, have you put it in gear?
Right. I usually don't drive and let my driver drive.
You put the wrong gear on. Last time Liang Chong put the wrong gear too. Auntie seems happy, but she looks a little bit absent-minded too.
Why are you looking at me?
Little student, you look very small. Which year are you?
I'm 4th year, in junior class.
So clever. Your parents must be smart too, right? What do your parents do?
My parents open a supermarket. They're just ordinary people, not very clever.
Isn't it hectic to open a supermarket? Do they still have time to spend with you?
They work incredibly hard and communicate frequently with outside manufacturers, but as soon as they get home, they'll spend their time with me. Mom.
Wei, when will you go home? Mom, do not mean to disturb your study, but it's late now, and the street isn't safe. Do you want your dad to pick you up?
It's okay, Mom. I'm in the car right now, I'll be there soon.
What do you want for midnight snacks?
Mom, I don't want to eat. I'm not hungry, not even the slightest bit.
Okay, I'll just steam some eggs for you.
Your parents are so kind. They still give you a midnight snack to eat.
My mom thinks that I haven't eaten dinner yet.
All moms will like that. My son is the same as you, more or less.
Oh, is he studying at the same university as me too?
But we're not as close as you and your parents. I'm not good at caring for my children. I've failed as a mother. Recently, I've been disliking him. I don't even dare meet him. Even when I thought about him, it makes me crazy. But when I lay down at night, I realized that the most disgusting person was me. I'm so selfish.
Her words make people feel so sad. Every family could have
First of all, it's dangerous to get in a stranger's car at night, and you answering each of my questions, what if I have bad intentions?
You reached your destination.
Your house isn't far. It's close.
We've driven for 30 minutes. How can this be a very close place?
Please give Auntie your phone number.
She's going to cry. I am Ning Wei. The Ning from peace, Whitey from always thinking and learning, Wei from the only one beside the straight heart.
So nice to hear. The we from the only one. It's a very meticulous name once you heard it.
Then, I'll go home first. Thank you, Auntie, for taking me home.
Liang Chong, do you have time to answer the phone?
The rest will be discussed later. Hello, what's the matter?
My biological mother came to find me.
How come?
I don't know, but she was crying badly.
She came and recognized you?
She didn't say it, but I'm not a dumb person. To be honest, I don't want to tell him about what happened this evening. I just want him to stay on the phone a little longer.
How did you guess that?
There was so much proof. You know what? She's goofy. But there's one good news. She seems to have a pretty good quality of life, a life without suffering.
Does she?
You said that when she gave birth to me, she was still an unmarried woman, and that my biological father abandoned her. She was unable to raise me alone. Therefore, she threw me away, wasn't she?
No way.
She's so pretty, one glance and you'll know it. I believe she was unable to raise me and was left with no choice but to throw me away. I thought she was reluctant to make this decision as well. Liang Chong, before, I decided to not feel anything when they come to find me. But she looks so hurt today, it makes me feel sad too.
Wei.
Why do you sound hurt too? Does she feel guilty? If so, why did she come and find me now? I'm 20 years old now, I have my own parents since long ago. What kind of life did she actually want to give me?
Ning Wei, wait a minute, hear me out. I'm heading home now, you go to sleep, and I'll be there when you wake up.
But I can't fall asleep.
First, turn off the lights.
Okay.
Then close your eyes.
Where are you now?
I'm still in Frankfurt, I'll depart in a moment.
Frankfurt is so far.
It isn't. It's very loose. I'll take off in half an hour.
Then, I'll go to sleep now so you will be here when I'm awake.
I will be there when you're awake.
When Liang Chong is serious, he'll become very soft, just like my driftwood. I want to meet him.
Mom, why are you home this late?
There was something that got delayed.
Nam doesn't look all right since she returned from Japan. There's uneasiness all over her. Mom, about me transferring to a university is all settled. As soon as the final exam is over, my student status will be transferred.
I understand I'm a little bit tired today. I'll go rest first.
Mom, I don't want to go to a university. There was never a role about transferring from university to a university. What's more, D University is located in a next-door province. It takes 3 hours and 30 minutes via high-speed railway, and their rank is not higher than a university.
Your dad said that a university is not bad too.
But I really don't want to study there. Dad must have stepped in it. It's clear that family isn't that important to him. Otherwise, he wouldn't just stand still when his own son got transferred from school. All he can think about is that Ning Wei. Only Ning Wei. And Ning Wei again.
Wei, remember to eat your breakfast and put the bowl in the sink. Mom will wash it when I get home later.
Smells great.
Wei, the doorbell downstairs is broken.
Oh, I'll come down and get you. It's so cold outside.
Yes, it is. No dark circles around your eyes, you seem to have slept well.
Of course, I did. My parents went outside and will be returning home late at night. If you're tired, go to sleep for a while in my room.
This bedroom has more of Ning Wei's fragrance than the guest room at home.
She texted me this morning.
I am the auntie from yesterday. This is my number. Have you eaten your breakfast? What do you want to eat for lunch?
Most parents are like this. They don't know how to care, so they only ask if their child has eaten or not.
Should I reply her? Liang Chong, do you want to know something?
Wei Wei, you were born at Women's Municipal Hospital. At first, it was close to the city center but moved to the one in the suburbs later.
Really? I didn't know that. Mom and Dad never told me about my birth, nor did I ever ask them.
It's not easy for your biological mother to conceive you. It's not like what you thought at all that she was pregnant before marriage. She is not in good health. She lost 3 children before giving birth to you. She took many injections to protect you and was often hospitalized as a result. Her water broke early and went to the hospital in advance. The patient in their reserved private room has not been discharged yet. So she stayed in a 3-person room for a few days. She met another woman in there who was pregnant at the same time. At that time, the hospital management wasn't as strict as it is now, and perhaps, because of the thought of your biological mother's family condition is very good, she seemed to have another intention. And exchange you with her own child. These matters were found by your biological father. When he saw your biological mother's picture when she was 17 years old, he noticed how similar both of you looked. Feeling suspicious, he therefore asked someone to look into it. He also took samples from him and his wife and entrusted me to take yours for paternity test. It's this picture.
It is so identical, no wonder he doubted it. Since when did you know about this?
When you went to Australia, your biological father called me, and the paternity test result was out the day you accompanied me back from.
Then, my biological father is
Kong Shenfeng. His wife is my aunt. Her name is Kong Yisan.
Senior brother, do you have any interests recently?
Recently, I've been saving money. I want to buy a cheap old computer to simplify the checkout process at my father's supermarket. Don't you know, night cashiers are particularly difficult to recruit. My dad couldn't find anyone, so I went to help him after school.
Why should Yue do these things? How much profit can such a small child make by standing up and collecting cash overnight? Can their supermarket earn large enough profits to buy that original comic book that Kong Zong once asked for?
Mom, you're so kind.
It's good that you like it.
Isan, why buy such an expensive thing for a little child? Up until this point, the cost of making the sub-frequency comb device was not small, so why buy such an expensive painting for him?
Your son like it, so just shut up. I've loved Kong Zong so deeply and always worried for him these 20 years, not even a second to relax, but how about Ningyue? He didn't get all of that. Xiao Zong's sulking. He didn't return home and stayed at a hotel. The card are drawn very frequently.
I thought my biological parents didn't want me anymore.
There is no one who doesn't want you.
I don't feel inferior, I don't lack low, the grown healthy, and I don't care about phylogenetic relationship, but it doesn't mean that I've never thought about it, or I've never been hurt by it. To me, all abandoned children are like little fireflies, some of them nave homes and some others don't. I'm the king that has home, but I still stand out because there are some annoying people wind like to ask when they already know the answer. That's why I got bright. I got bright because of the adoption procedures on the household register information. I got bright because my DNA doesn't match. All fireflies don't want others to see their sparking tails because then no one will guess whether this firefly is physically ill or whether that firefly is very stupid. Turns out it wasn't want me, but a mistake. It's only a mere mistake.
How do you know that it was her?
She was sitting on the sofa in the experimental center before. She stood up and called me as I passed by. There's a glass in front of her, the school's special white ceramic cup. It means that the lab staff poured the water for her. She said that she was searching for Professor's mailbox. So why she didn't give it to the staff? It's clear that she was waiting for me. Isn't it a bit silly?
Reasonable.
There are 5 other questionable points. Let me explain them to you one by one. Liang Chong, what are you laughing? What's so funny? I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Even Zirwei won't laugh at me. I won't cast pearls before swine anymore.
You haven't finished explaining those 5 points, right?
Then, what do they want to do next?
Of course they want to spend more time with you, but what do you think about it?
I don't know, my parents perhaps won't accept it well. Also, they already have Kong Zong with them. He and I don't like each other, so we're likely to fight when we meet.
It's not necessary to meet him, take your time to decide it. No one is forcing you.
Speaking of this, I remember a news I had seen before. The title is still fresh in my memory. It is the cat that has been living in 2 different families for 9 years without the owner's knowledge. Do you think that human can also do it? Liang Chong.
I jet-lagged. Go close the curtains and lie down with me for a while.
Sometimes you're so unreasonable. You clearly said that you aren't sleepy when we entered the room earlier. Seems that Liang Chong is really asleep. How should I reply to her messages?
Honey, didn't you say that you weren't going to say anything yesterday? Then, why did Liang Chong say that Ningyi Wei already knew about it?
I really didn't say anything.
Hello, I've already eaten breakfast. For lunch, I still haven't decided where to eat yet, but I will eat with Liang Chong.
With this, she'll get the hint that I already know the whole story.
Zhou Zirwei, how about meeting up in the library downstairs at 1:30 o'clock?
I almost forgot that Zirwei and I planned to attend a lecture today that we've been waiting for a long time.
Okay.
Auntie has replied.
And Liang Chong in Frankfurt.
Auntie, it's me, I'm back. I'm worried about him, so I went back. My mom doesn't know about it. Yes, I'll tell her.
Let me hear it, Tool.
You're welcome, Auntie. I'll let you know if there's anything else. Bye.
Liang Chong, you're pretending to sleep.
I slept, got awakened by your sighing noises.
I don't believe it. It's 12 o'clock now. Since you're already awake, let's go eat. I was so headstrong last night that I didn't even treat Liang Chong politely. I'm sorry, I made you even more tired.
It's okay, don't pretend to be good to me. I can't do anything without seeing you anyway.
Thanks. Let me treat you later.
Just now, Liang Chang's tone on the phone is a bit strange, but I can't say exactly what it is.
Mom, I'm home to take my books. I have to return them to the library in the afternoon and cancel my card after the exam.
That bag was bought just yesterday. Although it's not that expensive, but it's worth the living expenses of an ordinary college student for a year. Have you eaten?
Not yet. Mom, can you drive me to the school after this?
Okay.
The counselor said that this is the first time he had seen a student from our school get transferred to university.
Ever since he was a child, he's always been under my care, but now, I don't protect him from such a big matter as transferring schools. If the recent matter didn't happen, will I really not have fought for it again?
Mom, let's go. My high school classmate told me that university is in the suburban mountains and there are insects in the dormitory during winter. They don't have hot water too, as well as a private bathroom.
Mom will rent you a house outside.
They said that it is located in the suburban mountains. Where will we find a house there? Will you build it for me? My classmates all asked me why I transferred. How should I answer them? Should I say that it was because I offended a stupid cunt who has a good relationship with my cousin?
Kong Zong! How can you say that?
Mom, I don't want to transfer schools. If Dad hadn't insisted, how could I have transferred? Dad just likes that Ningyi Wei.
Your father did his best. He isn't the school principal either.
Then, how about Big Auntie?
She's taking care of your uncle in Australia. Your uncle has just finished the surgery. How can I go trouble her with these things now?
What?
The stewed rice in this store is very delicious. You were always busy before. You must have never noticed the scenery of your alma mater.
I think you just want to take a seat in the lecture early because this place is close to the library.
Don't slinging mud at me. I was here with Zirwei last time. When we saw you with Kong Zong while drinking our ice milk, you treated him so well. You carried his bag and drove him.
Didn't you dream about it? How did you see it?
Liang Chong, did you notice that theoretically we're actually cousins?
In ancient times, cousin marriage was called cement old ties by marriage.
Okay, I won't talk about this anymore. Shall I accompany you to the airport after listening to the lecture?
No need, you go take your seat in advance. I have an early schedule and will leave at 3 o'clock.
Then, I'll take you to the airport first.
Don't, that's the lecture you've been waiting for.
Okay then.
Come with me. I'm so done with the scenery of your school.
Mom! Stop the car!
What?
This should be regarded as the karma of Kong Shinfeng and Liang Chang's bias towards Ning Yuet. It's a gift from above.
Xiaozong, what are you doing?
Mom, what happened? I'm just taking photos.
Delete it. Quickly delete it.
Why should it only need to show these photos to Big Brother? Then he wouldn't let me get transferred.
You must delete those photos.
I don't wanna. How can you both not do anything about this? Let me meet him by myself.
Kong Zong! If you do not delete those photos, then you're going to die with me.
Okay, I'll delete them. With this, it's okay, right?
Library.
Iwei, hurry up.
Without Liang Chong, what would Ning Yue be?
Lecture hall.
This hall can accommodate 1,000 people. We have to grab the front rows.
It's Professor Lin's lecture, of course, we must sit in front.
Everyone is so early. Professor Lin just won the Dirac Medal, plus, he'll be presenting his recent research achievements in high-energy physics this time. Everyone is really anticipating this.
Iwei, Zirwei, there are empty seats here.
Zirwei and Xiao Ning are here. Quick, take a seat. That time, Lin Jingyuan and Kong Shinfeng were the laboratory for a class. They were betting on who could run to the canteen first. Unexpectedly, the two stumbled together and fell flat on their face halfway. The next day, they attended class with their badly battered faces. Last time, Xiao Ning fell because he got chased by a dog. And when I looked at the gauze on his face, I remembered both of them.
Right, where is Assistant Professor Cui?
Don't mention it. He and my brother are discussing the evening social gatherings with Jie from computer science.
Social gathering again? It seems like every day your brother is either at a social gathering or on his way to one.
Yeah, Assistant Professor CUI has also been attending a lot of social gatherings recently.
They're almost 30 years old and yet my mom is still pressuring me to accompany them to those events. Jie even wrote a memo and asked me to follow it.
Ziwei, those will destroy your dignity.
I think the reason why they can't find girlfriends is that they're always on the wrong track.
I don't want to go, but my mother says that my brothers depends on me.
Professor Lin is here.
Hello everyone, I'm Lin Jingyuan. I am delighted to be back at my alma mater university and exchange ideas with my fellow students. Next is your chance to ask questions. I will select 6 questions from 6 students to answer. This student.
Hello, Professor Lin, my question is.
The question asked by this student is really insightful. From the way you look, you must be a freshman.
He's a 4th year, from early youth class.
Then, we are from the same school.
I didn't receive any messages. Zirit, what message did you get just now?
No, nothing.
University's computer lab.
I hope it's not my boss looking for me.
Man, you're the most troublesome old Kong.
What the hell is this? What a shocking scandal. This is sent to all our research projects group members except the boss and Ning Yue. This person's face is hidden, and he is much taller than Yue. He looks so familiar.
What does Ning Yue look like? Have I seen him before? How on earth did he join the group? Is it possible to use connections to get into your boss's group?
What kind of connection would he use? He had impressive scores on the school entrance examination. He'd never use any connections to get into any group. The sender completely fabricated the story.
You guys have a traitor in the group. The email addresses all have the suffix edu.
Why are you staring at me?
You on duty today, don't you have access to the information center?
81 addressee, it's not that much. Turn off the mail system for 10 minutes, then delete it from the database together.
Are you crazy? Are you guys trying to kill me? I haven't even become a regular yet. Besides, if I delete it, won't they send it again?
I know who the sender is. I'll contact the boss right away. You just need to close your eyes and turn off the system.
Don't worry, it won't harm you at all.
For your information, this close friend of Ning Wei is Liang Chong. If you turn the system off, you will become the benefactor of Liang Chong.
And if you don't, you will become a sinner for the modern physics department.
You guys really want to kill me if I get expelled from school. Remember who caused it.
Do you really know who the sender is?
I haven't told you. After the boss's son joined our team, he always targets Ningwei. I'm afraid of causing trouble, so I haven't spoken to Ningwei. The worst case is at that time when Ningwei and your brother almost left the group. I still feel bad about it.
Library lecture hall.
Zirwei, why is everyone staring at me? Is it because our question is too basic?
No, it's not. Don't overthink it.
Even senior sister is playing with her phone. Zirwei, the question from that classmate just now was quite good. Don't play with your phone for now.
I have something urgent at home.
Okay, I'll lend you my notes later.
Thanks.
All questions have been answered. In addition, I will say a few more things. I am deeply gratified to see so many students here who have a passion for modern physics. I came to give the lecture this time because Professor Kong was calling me back in the name of my alma mater, which has been guiding me for 30 years. He also invited me to his house for dinner. However, he has been so busy in Tokyo recently that he can't attend. Therefore, I have to tell you an interesting story about him. When Professor Kong was in his 3rd semester and he was chasing her wife, he made a homemade photon clock model as a birthday gift for her. Professor Kong said that diamonds are a capitalist conspiracy, so he went to the Institute of Chemical Engineering to ask for a zirconium crystal to put inside the photon clock. The meaning is to wish his wife every moment of happiness. Eventually, on his girlfriend's birthday, when Professor Kong only talked about half of his diamond conspiracy theory, she told him to shut up. Several years later, Professor Kong spent 2 years frugally studying for a doctorate in the United States and finally bought a diamond ring. Therefore, he wins the heart of his beautiful woman. My fellow students, this story is telling us, no matter how mighty and scientific physicists may appear outside, they will eventually yield to their wife's wishes.
I used the real diamond when I gave Liang Chong the photon clock. At that time, things hadn't even begun between us. I just want to give it to Liang Chong, who likes to dress neatly. Can this count as the student that has surpassed the master?
Here, I borrowed Professor Kong's photon clock idea with the hope that the young people present here will stay grounded and remain true to themselves each minute and each second. This concludes our lecture for today. Thank you, everyone.
What message did you get when I asked my question earlier?
Right, I received a group spam message earlier. It's about scamming money. It's so shameless.
I also get it. Information leakage is so serious in today's society, even school emails are not spared. Iwei, did you receive it too?
No, I didn't.
Wasn't it the email requesting for crowdfunding? I received it too.
So, there's something like that too. Why didn't they send me anything? I want to look at it too. Do you still have any of it left?
I've already deleted it. What's good about spam mail? Also, it's good that they didn't send it to you. You're so naive. If they tricked you, maybe you'll really give them the money.
Iwei, your question today is very deep. You are very skilled.
Thank you.
I'm starving. Let's go eat.
Let's go to the cafeteria.
It seems that there seems to be a natural and unspoken understanding among everyone. Whether it's the seniors who helped me get through the fight with Kong Zong, or the juniors who just joined our group, they're all kind and delightful. Just like a big family, this feeling of being collectively protected makes me so warm even though the winter is so cold.
Hello, Teacher CUI.
Professor, there's something I need to report to you. A few minutes ago.
What? Yes, you did the right thing.
Although the emails in the database have been deleted, if the sender still has the picture, they can send it again. Besides, there's one more thing. Kong Zong and Ningyiwei don't have a great relationship most of the time. Before this, he also rescheduled a regular meeting for Ningyiwei.
I understand. Tell the administrator not to open the mail system for the time being. I'll contact the principal and Kong Zong immediately. If the administrator runs into any issues, I'll speak on their behalf.
Yes, sir.
I've been reflecting on myself these days. When did I and Eason start making mistakes in educating Kong Zong? Is there still a chance to correct him? Perhaps there were already signs of his personality defects. If I were a bit more assertive and EXIN was a bit less indulgent, would Kong Zong be different from who he is now? Whether it's related or not, no matter how hard he struggles inside, today he should receive the correct processing procedures, like all students who enter the school through regular channels that he needs to learn to take responsibility and make amends.
Iwei, look over there. It's so crowded.
What happened? Hello, what happened here?
It seems that a student is suspected of insulting and defaming others through the internet. The situation is quite serious. The other party has reported the case, and now the police are taking him back into custody. That student is still the child of a school staff, but I don't know which professor's child he is, and he keeps shouting that he's going to call his parents.
There are issues with our school system. It's too easy for children of school staff to enter the school.
That's right. Our school is so unfair. I don't know when they will be corrected. There's nothing good about this kind of thing. Let's go.
Okay.
Do you have plans tonight? How about we go to my brother's place to talk about the gathering?
Okay, I don't have any plans tonight though. I'll go with you.
Iwei, you're so kind. Unlike my brother, he even told me to go to the dorm to get a rustic dress test first.
Pengzhe Fei's dorm.
I'll introduce you. This is my cousin, Zhu Zirui, and this is Ningyiwei. This is Shijie from the Information and Technology School.
I do machinery.
Didn't I ask you to dress more rustic?
Have you finished memorizing the corny jokes? Have you read the memo thoroughly?
I've memorized and read it.
Liang Chong.
Wei, where are you right now?
I'm still at school, in the staff dormitory, at Zirwei cousin's place.
Stay there, I'll come and pick you up.
Okay. Aren't you guys going to go?
Too early to go now, it's still 8. Shijie will give Rue a review for the corny jokes. We'll have him come early. Is someone going to pick you up?
Liang Chong?
Yeah, it's strange. He went to Frankfurt this afternoon, and yet I don't know why he suddenly came back to pick me up.
It must be because of love.
I'll open the door.
Liang Chong.
Hello.
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 What are you laughing at?
Liang Chong, do you know which constellation I am?
Don't know.
I'm a tailor made for you.
To-do list, search notes, blind dates, must-see, cold jokes.
Liang Chong, let's go. Brother Peng, good luck with your gathering. This time you will definitely succeed.
Thank you, everyone.
No problem, it's nothing.
I won't forget your great kindness. If you need anything later, please contact me.
Okay.
Liang Chong, what did you say thanks for earlier? You guys are acting strange today.
I thank them for taking you in since it's a cold night.
Oh, that's right. If you go on a business trip, I'll occasionally come over to Brother Peng's place with Zirwei to play.
Mom, Wei, it may rain tomorrow. Stay warm and bring your umbrella. I will, thanks Mom. This noon, a school staff took a candid picture.
Aunt is sending you a picture too.
Yeah. In this photo, I look 100% nervous, but I don't think I'm that nervous when I asked my questions.
It looks the same as when you were pretending to be asleep.
No way. I'm sleepy.
Just sleep for a while.
Okay.
Congratulations, Ningyiwei, for winning the awards.
Iwei, you're our pride.
It's so embarrassing to be praised by so many people. But someday, the events in the dream will surely happen. Just like Zirwei ever said, we will get better and better, and we'll leave behind all the people who are incapable and unwilling to accept it.
Are you awake yet?
"20-years-old Ningyue has everything, and Liang Chong has him."
Let's enthusiastically celebrate the success of the first phase of our underground laboratory project.
Xiao Chong, have you heard that Kaianing is going to Geneva next month?
I heard a bet.
It was only confirmed this morning. How did you already hear about it?
Because Ningyue has already told me the popular science story of how the European Nuclear Research Organization procured the Higg-5 boson particle for a full 15-minute.
Really? From where did he?
From the year of 1929, when Peter Higgs was born on the banks of the Rhine River in England.
What a great entry point for sense popularization. Xiao Chong, will you go to Geneva too?
I'm going to be busy, so I won't go with him.
What a pity your aunt and I have cleared our schedules for a holiday.
Then, why did Ningyue only book a one-flight ticket?
Oh, Xiao Ning doesn't know that we're going too. Your aunt is worried that Xiao Ning might not think it's a good idea to have a trip alone with us, so she wants us to act as though we met him by chance.
Is there any difference? Even a slow person like Ningyue can see the difference between intentional and accidental encounters.
Of course there is, just like the difference between a peach and the Z boson.
That's quite far away.
Next, we'll invite Professor Kong Shenfeng to deliver a few words.
Zirwei, what pose do you think I should use to take the first picture? Your idea is great. That's settled, I'll shoot with this pose.
Ningyue.
Liang Chong. Zirwei, Liang Chong's back. I'll hang up now. You're home so early today.
Grandma.
Liang Chong, come to my place tomorrow.
Is there anything urgent?
Do you know about Xiao Zhong's dropout matter? Isin never told me about it, and I don't know what happened.
Where did you hear it from, Grandma?
Xiao Zhong told me when he came to see me this afternoon. He won't say anything, even if I keep asking. I don't know if should ask Isin, so I asked you first.
I'm not entirely sure about this matter either. Please ask Aunt, Grandma. Yes, I understand. Take care, Grandma.
What happened?
Nothing, just Grandma knows about Kong Zong's dropout.
I ran into Kong Zong as soon as I came downstairs after delivering the album last time, but I quickly escaped back into the elevator. It feels like we're like cats sneaking away from home, each with our own family responsibilities, running out together on a dark and windy night, only to part ways as soon as the sun rises again. Oh, Liang Chong, how can you receive the elderly?
Please pay attention to your vocabulary.
Hey, what if Grandma finds out that you even sued him?
I didn't, you sued him.
Since I'm the one who sued him, when can I read the email he sent? My classmates in the research group all sent me a link about a fundraising scam for mentally disabled children, saving that it was the same as that email. I think they all must be working together.
Didn't I show it to you?
That photo was clearly taken by someone you asked just for your own pleasure. It makes my eaves hurt just to look at it.
Do you want me to introduce you to the 1,000-piece Charles Bridge puzzle TM about to complete?
Ningyue's Pilgrimage Day 1.
Yeah, I'm boarding the plane now.
You sound out of breath. Did you oversleep while I was away?
No way. I forgot to set my alarm when Liang Chong wasn't around and almost missed the flight. Anyway, he must not find out, otherwise we'll surely be laughed at.
I've been busy, lately, maybe in a few days.
Wei Wei, what a coincidence. So you are also on this plane.
I'll find my seat first. I'll talk to you again later. This can't just be a coincidence. Professor Kong said that the school requires students to report their departure when going abroad. I sent him the flight number, my seat number, and the hotel name half a year ago.
We are going on vacation for our 25th wedding anniversary.
Oh, I see. Congratulations.
Wei Wei, your seat is here. You have a good sense of time. You are always punctual.
Actually, I woke up late.
Have you been tired these past few days?
A little. I just started preparing my luggage last night and accidentally went to bed late.
Way wet. This is a new camera I bought specifically. Let's take a picture of you later.
Thank you.
Wei, just do as you please. You don't have to worry about what I'm doing. Kong Shinfeng, you're in the frame.
Going on a trip for the first time with my biological parents makes me feel absolutely wonderful. Professor, this is my itinerary for this trip.
The time is set very scientifically.
Wei, why don't you go shopping? I want to go shopping, but neither of you is willing to accompany me.
This free time can be used for shopping. You can pick whatever you like. Just mark the blue one.
Wei, you're so kind. Yes, Mom, I just got off the plane. Mom, Xiao made a mistake, and when you make a mistake, you have to take responsibility. I didn't tell you about this because the situation is complicated.
What's happened?
My mom already knows about this.
Let me talk, Mom, it's me. Eason's health isn't very good. Please tell me if you have anything. Yes, he's my student. No, Ningyiwei isn't that kind of person. Eason and I are in Switzerland right now. We're going to return next week. No, we are not only thinking about ourselves. Yes, that tutoring institution is good. Mom, with probation, one can still take the college entrance exam. We're to withdraw. The other party is unwilling to drop the case. He's just my student. Furthermore, he did suffer harm. Let's talk about this when we get back. Mom. She hung up.
Let her be.
Don't worry, you don't need to tell me.
We won't tell you. It has nothing to do with you in the first place.
Xiao Ning, don't worry about these.
Yes.
Ningyiwei's Pilgrimage Day 3.
Xiao Ning, tell me the truth. Don't you regret marking so much free time?
I really regret it.
I glanced at you on the plane that day, but you didn't see it. I've suffered this kind of loss before, but later, I learned that in life, one still needs to hold back a trick or two.
Next time, I must reduce it by half. I spent all my free time at the mall. Liangchong also seemed very busy. It's been a while since we had a good conversation, but there's no because I made an appointment to see the collider.
Good.
I'll get something to eat first.
Okay. I don't know what Liangchong's doing now. Who?
Why are you still so stupid?
Liangchong.
Hotel restaurant.
Did you have fun? It seems you're reluctant to leave and planning to live here for 9 years without being noticed by the owner.
Stop talking nonsense. Who's going to stay here? I almost died of heat in Geneva yesterday after wearing a down jacket that my mother had carefully made for me.
Don't wear this sweater when you go home. At first glance, it's obvious that you didn't buy it yourself. They can easily recognize it.
Choose them for me.
Huh? Who chose them for you?
I can't tell you. I'm going.
Wei, here.
Liangchong, when did you come?
I just happened to sign a contract nearby before coming and seeing him.
Wei, sit beside me. Your uncle isn't here. Liangchong, you order it.
Okay.
Wei, without you, we'll really be in trouble. We went to Lake Geneva by boat today. He was absent-minded and took some poor quality photos, and he even dropped the camera into the water. It's a good thing Mom has already exported all your pictures. Mom?
I can accompany you to buy a new one tomorrow. I'm free in the morning. Let's buy a waterproof one this time.
Okay.
Mom, you're going in the wrong direction again.
Right.
The hotel room.
So sleepy.
Last night at dinner, my aunt said that she would give me a few hours of free time, so I'm here to claim it now.
Can we split it in half?
Okay, your bribe worked. My aunt asked me twice just now, what time are you going to get up?
I'm about to get up now. I'm warming myself first. 5%, 10%. Mayday, Ningyiwei's machine is low on battery, need to charge. Ningyiwei automatically shuts down.
Ningyiwei, you are 20 years old now, not 12 years old.
Automatic shutdown in progress.
Just sleep then, I'll chat with my aunt.
Liangchong, do you think me and can get along?
Didn't you call her mother last night? I thought you had accepted her.
It's not that I don't want to, it's just that it feels strange to address two people as mother. If I call her mother, then what should I call you? Should I call you Big Brother?
If you want to call me that, it's fine.
Big Bro, please go shopping with my mom.
Let your dad do it, I only accompany my little brother.
You're so cheesy. Liang Chong, have you ever imagined what would it be like if we grew up together? She said that you used to have the New Year's Eve dinner together once every other year, so you must have been annoyed by me every time you saw me. I would sit at the table and chat with your uncle while you couldn't understand anything. If so, would you still like me then? What would you do if you fought with someone and I wasn't there to save you? Your dad is in the hospital. If I come to see you, will you still hug me?
I will. Why wouldn't I embrace you if you came to me willingly?
Then, what about if I come to you willingly? Alright, forget it, I'll just come over and hug you. It has been very hot for the past few days, but today it's snowing. Although I didn't accompany her to buy a camera, I've already called her mom. This is also a progress for the whole family.
Wei Wei. You didn't wake up morning, and you weren't very formal either, plus I didn't find a chance during the day.
Liang Chong is actually a very formal person, but when we're together it seems like he's never formal. So I thought Liang Chong also didn't care about these things like me.
Although right now it's not formal enough, but I don't know when you will go out with uncle and aunt again next time. Wei Wei, are you willing to be with me forever?
Yes, I do. Is this mine?
Yes.
I'll put it on for you, too.
I wish you all the best.
Kongshin Feng, come. Let's dance together.
At this moment, it feels as if it's no longer real. All of us temporarily forget about our past pain. A new small family has just held their first family gathering, a very, very small family that is so incredibly small that they cannot even be separated, but everyone secretly loves it, wants to protect it and wants to keep it for a long time.